In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and also its specifications. So let's just get straight into this. Okay, so there we go. That's basically everything in the box. Cable, case, actual screen protector. There isn't one pre-applied for some moronic reason. So instead of, giving you a phone that has already this crap applied, so you don't have to mess around with this and most likely get air bubbles under there and all that crap because it is a plastic cheap protector. You have to do it yourself and have to deal with that garbage, which is kind of a shitty choice right here, I would say. Now, when it comes to the device itself, well, that's probably a little bit too bright, though. I guess to change that, I'll need to go to the setup. So let's select English. I'm gonna go quickly to the setup right here, continue, skip. Come on. And there we go, it's now set up. So let me just lower down the brightness from literally the max, or almost. And now it's a bit more visible. So the display right here is a 6.8 inches, so a pretty substantial screen size. It's also 1080p in resolution. So to be more precise, it's 1080 by 2392 pixels. Is that an actual OLED display? No way. It says it's an OLED display. But I do want to go in here. Let's go into dark mode, turn on. Yep, that looks like an OLED display. Okay. Interesting. So it comes with an OLED display, which is pretty good, and 120 Hz refresh rate and a brightness of about 1000 nits. It was 386 pixels per inch, and doesn't really have too many info about the screen to body ratio. And I'm getting all this information from gsmarena.com, which is a pretty reliable source. So no info there on the screen to body ratio, but I can tell you that the ratio here won't be any like the best ones, as we do have a quite substantial chin at the bottom right here, as you can see, and the bezels on the sides are, I would say, okay-ish, but then again on the top it's a little bit thicker and they're not symmetrical. So the top and the bottom are different sizes, while also sides to the top is different and to the bottom is different. So so just basically you have only the sides about the same, rest is just kind of all kinds of different thicknesses, which is obviously for new phones nowadays, this kind of look is a bit dated, I would say. If you compare it to something like the CMF phone, they actually have a bit symmetrical, at least the CMF Phone 2 Pro, which comes at about similar price tag. And when you compare it to actual like flagships, then they just absolutely dwarf the bezels there. These look comical in comparison. But nonetheless, the fact that it comes with a AMOLED display, 120 Hz. Pretty good. Now, if we flip it over to the back, we have our acquired taste back, I would say. And what looks to be a single camera setup, because I don't think this is an actual camera, but let's see. Oh, it is actually. Okay, never mind, it's not. So it's a 50 megapixel 1.8 aperture wide sensor, and then right under that you have this thing called 2 megapixel depth sensor, which is absolutely freaking useless. So in reality, that's the only camera you have. This one is absolutely redundant. It's only put here just to make the device look a little bit, I guess, better in terms of cameras. Now at the front we also have a selfie and a hole punched camera, and that houses a 16 megapixel 2.0 aperture wide sensor. Now with both front and back, you're limited to 1080p 30 frames recordings, which isn't the best. So moving on into the internals, under this glass and plastic build, we have a 6,000 mAh battery. That's pretty good, and 33 watts of charging speed through a cable without provided charger. We have 8 gigabytes of RAM with, for some reason, no mention of the storage on GSM Arena. Let me just find a box. Does it say right here? Or here? You kidding me? Seriously? Nothing? Okay then. I guess I'm just gonna have to do it myself by going into the settings, because apparently neither the box nor GSM Arena can tell me what the storage here is. Storage, and we have 256 gigs of storage. Now it says 223 because some of it is already taken, but this would be a 256 gigs with 8 gigabytes of RAM. I would say for a base entry, I can actually see it right here. For a base entry, this is an okay storage. Now, in terms of expandability, though, let's grab this. And we have expandable storage with SD card as well as dual SIM card support. So we can have either 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM and 1 SD card. So if you need more than 256, you're good to go. Now, last thing would be the processor in here, and that's the Unisec T8300 processor. And I actually have no clue, to be completely honest, how well this processor performs. It's literally the first time I'm seeing it, so I'm not really going to be giving my opinion how good it is. I can quickly maybe check it out, so bear with me while I move the box away and copy this. Let's try something like this. So, oh boy, oh that does, oh boy, wow, that doesn't bode well. How about here? Do we have anything different? No, okay. What? User reviews. Oh, okay, that doesn't really matter. One more check. Please tell me that this is okay. No, this is garbage. And come on, website, please load. Okay, that's about the same. And two benchmarks. Let me just find the. Great, it's not finding this one. Okay, so from what I can see, at a quick glance, though, this is just info that I can find on the internet. This processor is not the best, especially not for the price. And when I check the N22.com for their benchmarks, this processor doesn't even score in the top 216 processors for some reason. Now, it could be that there is no data for it and it just doesn't show up, or it could be that it's just worse. But from what I also seen on other websites, it seems to be worse. So topcpu.net scores these processors in terms of percentages because I was comparing it to the MediaTek 7300. Scores it, the MediaTek being 41% better than the T8300, which is in here. So on average, it's about 40% better. And that is not a small increase, just to put that out there. So for a phone that was released this year, to have this kind of low of a specification for about 200 euros, I would consider this to be a bit of an L of a device, because you can get something like the CMF Phone 1 or even 2 Pro for this price. Now, when saying CMF Phone 1 or 2, they have different processors. The CMF Phone 1, the first version of it, had the Dimensity 7300, while the second one had Dimensity 7300 Pro or Ultra, whatever the hell it was. But it's basically a faster version of it. So in either case, even the older device that was released like a year ago, or nearly 2 years ago now, still has a faster processor than this device. So that's already kind of a problem. And number two, not only is it faster, it's going to be cheaper at this point. And in terms of specifications, it has about 8 to 12 gigs of RAM, same kind of storage, smaller battery, same charging, and better cameras. So that's just the first one. The second one, which is about the same price as well, will have also an improved cameras, like significantly improved over the first one and over this device. So there are better alternatives to this device that will offer you better specifications for the same money while still, well, being pretty freaking good. Now, I do want to give this phone kind of a fair comparison, as what this device offers is something that the other two devices that I mentioned can't offer, which is these capacitive buttons that we have right here. Now, they are plastic, but do they show up anything? No, they don't show up right now. So if you launch any kind of, there we go, game space. Okay, no, please stop. Game space. You can map these buttons in games to basically be a trigger. And that's something that the other phones can't do. But with that being said, at 40% fast or slower processor, gaming on this device is not going to be the best experience, I would say. So the question is, do you really want to spend the same amount of money just so to have these kind of capacitive touches? Or do you maybe want to spend less money or about the same and have a device that can actually play games much better? So that's what I would be probably looking for the latter, as I would prefer to have better experience while playing rather than these capacitive touches, because this is something that I can solve differently. I don't need a phone for that. I can, for instance, connect a gamepad through Bluetooth, or have one of those, stretchy ones that you can just kind of clip on the sides and have normal buttons right there, which obviously makes it much better than a touch display. So that's another option. What you can't really add is a speed to the device. So what you get right here is what you're gonna have. And if this device is slow and plays games kind of crappily, obviously that's something that you can't buy additional hardware to make it run better. And I would probably prioritize that first. And only then would I be looking into a device that has some additional gaming features, like the capacitive areas on the side. So that's just my perspective on this. Like I said, kind of a slow device compared to other devices on the market at the same price tag. So I don't think it's worth the money, but it still has some of the features that I can't really look past. Like, for instance, a very good display. So it is a AMOLED display at 120 Hz refresh rate, so that is pretty good. It also has a very big battery at 6,000 That's something, again, that I want to point out. Bigger than the phones that I mentioned as a recommendation. So at the end of the day, if you're looking for longer battery life, this probably will have longer than what I mentioned before. In terms of photos, obviously it's not the best. So see what you want this device for, and then based on that, make the decision. But I would say if you're looking at for this phone or a phone like this at this price range for gaming purposes, then I recommend going with a faster device at the same price and giving away the gaming features. You will have much better time with that, and like I mentioned before, you can just connect a gamepad and have the gaming kind of features that this device offers at a much more premium feel with a, like I said, a gamepad. So anyway, that's about it. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how we can go through the setup process of this device. So, when you boot it up for the first time, you should be presented with the same screen that you can see on my end, which is the welcoming page. And here I'm going to find my desired language, which definitely won't be Polish. And I'm going to select English. Now, when you select a language like English, it does have several different regions right here, so you can choose whichever one. Now, this is purely speculation, as I haven't got the chance to test it out yet. But when it comes down to the region, this actually could possibly lock you into different laws of the region. So as an example, if you're in UK, you have no freedom of speech, no matter what the government claims to bullshit you about. If you say something mean on the internet, they go busting down your door and arresting you for hate speech. Such a great freedom of speech there, right? Now, this isn't necessarily what I'm raving about here, but in European Union, which Brexit obviously isn't part of, we have way better consumer rights. And one of those kind of things is, for instance, Apple and their monopolistic behavior to try to take Apple tax from everyone and force everyone to use their App Store. European Union isn't liking that, and they're fining them for that, and also forcing them to open up their iOS to basically possible third-party stores. Apple isn't liking that, obviously. You can imagine why, when 30% of the revenue can be saved just not by them anymore. So in cases like that, Apple will most likely only comply in European Union, because screw the customers, we're here to make money off of the people, right? I mean, being one of the richest companies it doesn't come just naturally, right? You need to continuously rip off people from money. And that isn't by selling them good devices, because we know that hasn't been true for a while. So they will be complying with that, most likely only in Europe, but in US, they will continue their own bullshit that they did. And in this case, depending on where you select your region, this might become very important. And like I mentioned, this is just an example. Obviously, might not be the best one, but when it comes down to European Union, we do have much better laws for us rather than for corporations. So it is much more beneficial for you to select something that is in EU rather than UK, for instance, or even US. So anyway, in reality, you can select whatever you want, and just know that this might just affect future kind of, I don't know, problems in a way. So whatever, I'm just gonna select whatever here. Moving on. We have connect to mobile network by inserting a SIM card. Now I'm gonna skip this step. We don't need to do this, and let me actually fix the brightness, as display is a little bit too bright here. There we go. So I'm gonna select skip right here. It doesn't really matter. Next we have connect to Wi-Fi. Again, this step is optional and you don't need to do so, but by skipping it, you won't be able to sign into a Google account, restore apps and data, get software updates, and have the date and time set automatically. Now again, this can all be changed later on after the setup has been completed, and it doesn't really make that much of a difference here. So I'm going to select continue without connecting. And here's the date and time that I mentioned. You can fix it if it's incorrect, but for me it actually is. So I'm gonna go to the next page. And on the next page, we can select some kind of screen lock to protect our device. Now, under the screen lock options, we can choose between pattern, PIN, or complex password. By default, it adapts into a PIN, which is a 4 to 6 digit PIN that you can set up. But obviously, you can choose any of these options. And you will need one of these options if you're planning to set up something like your fingerprint sensor. Anyway, I'm going to be actually not protecting this device. Now, that being said, I'm not going to do this. It's not my phone really, so it's not something that I'm going to be using. But obviously, this is a phone that you're going to be using most likely. And I highly recommend selecting some kind of screen lock, as this will protect your data. In case you lose your phone, it's very beneficial for you if whoever finds this cannot access it easily. So protecting your phone will basically more or less ensure that. While not protecting it, whoever finds it can just literally go willy-nilly into your photo album, contacts, do whatever the hell they want, right? Not the best kind of option here. Next, we have Google services like location, scanning, and sending user and diagnostic data. Now, these services are from Google, and let's not doubt this for 1 second that Google is going to respect these toggles. Like, I can turn off use location, and whoop-de-doo. Legally, I guess they cannot get my use the location services on the phone, but hey, guess what? They can still know exactly where I am because other people have location services. And other people have also Bluetooth enabled, which my phone could have as well, which then it can kind of spot other phones, send the data between each other, and then let them know that this phone was in this said location because it gets it from the other device. So this means absolutely F all, to be honest. And if it did, let's put it this way, when you take out your SIM card, turn off basically everything, there shouldn't be a way that someone like Google could know where you are. But hey, there are instances where criminals get found because of their phone, even though they did everything to ensure that it's not trackable, right? Now, does that sound like something that actually matters here in this case? When going through all the steps, you can still be found. Now, for people that are kind of like, just don't be a criminal in this case, it's not really the point. I'm using this as an example. What the example here is that I like my effing privacy, and what I like it for is none of your business. So just know that with this garbage from Google, meaning you don't have that. There is a reason why Graphene OS is becoming popular, and well, I guess now it's killed off by Pixel with the new release of Pixel. So we're gonna move on and ignore this because it doesn't matter anyway. Next, we have privacy policy. Now this is from Nubia themselves, not Google. Obviously, you don't get privacy really with Google. Moving on, we have parental control. Encryption and erasure. I think that's how you would pronounce this. I just pretend I did pronounce this correctly. So we have some information. Data encryption is enabled by default. Okay, so just know that there's, I guess, data protection here by encrypting it. So it gets encrypted through factory reset. I thought the point of a factory reset is to get rid of the data, not encrypt it, but whatever. Moving on, we have device security, and here, didn't we already have this page with a PIN pattern or password? Why is it again? Prevent unauthorized use of this device. Yeah, I already skipped this. Next, we have system navigation. So we have gestures and just buttons. Gestures being selected by default, and that's what I want to use anyway, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Moving on. Oh, there we go. It's now the end of the setup, so get started. And oh, there we go. And you can you are taken to the home screen. So anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to reset camera preferences on this device. So let's start with opening the camera app, and it doesn't really matter on which mode you will be here. Simply tap on this arrow in the right upper corner and tap on More Settings. Then let's find this reset option and simply tap on it. As you can see, we are immediately receiving the information that the settings have been reset successfully. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to check the serial number of this device. So let's begin with the fastest way with the usage of the secret code. We have to open the dialer and enter the code, which is *#06#. And as you can see at the bottom of this pop-out window, we've got the serial number of this device. So let's tap on OK. And now another way through the settings. So let's open the settings. Here scroll all the way down to find About Phone. And here tap on Model. And as you can see, the serial number is also right here. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to clear credentials on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find Security and Privacy. Then let's scroll down and localize More Security and Privacy. And here scroll down again to find Encryption and Credentials. Let's tap on it. Almost at the bottom we've got the option we're looking for, so let's tap on Clear Credentials and tap on OK to confirm. Not only we've got this information, but also this option is inactive, which means that we just successfully removed all saved certificates. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to reset up preferences on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the apps. Then let's tap on See All 43 apps, of course 43 in my case, and then tap on the 3 dots icon in the right upper corner. Then tap on Reset Up Preferences here, and as you can see, your device is informing you what it will actually reset. So among others, disabled app notifications and background data restrictions for apps. What's more, no worries, you won't lose any app data, so simply tap on Reset Apps, and basically this is it. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can change font size. First of all, go into Settings and tap on Display section right away. Now tap on Font and operate this slider under font size to adjust it. You can check out Preview at the top. So when I do that and go back, I can see that size of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to check the IMEI number of this device. So let's start with opening the dialer. This is the first way of checking the IMEI number. Let's tap on this keypad and enter the code, which is *#06#. And as you can see right here, we've got both IMEI numbers for both SIM slots. Tap on OK. And now another way through the settings. So let's tap on Settings. Here we have to scroll all the way down to find About Phone. And as you can see, here we've got both IMEI numbers for both SIM slots. If you wish, you can tap on them to check. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to change video resolution on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app, and currently we are in the standard photo mode. So let's switch to the video one. Just tap on the video. If you can see the red color inside the shutter button, it means that for sure you're on the video mode. Now we can take a look at this option bar at the top, and on the second from the right we've got the resolution. So let's simply tap on it. And as you can see in this device, we can choose between two options, 1080p, which is currently applied, it is highlighted, and 720p. So simply tap on the option which you'd like to use, it will be immediately marked, and from now on your device will use it whilst recording a video. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to change the screen timeout on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the display. Then let's localize the option which is called screen timeout. And as you can see here, we've got some options from which we can choose. At the top, we've got relatively short options like 15 or 30 seconds. And at the bottom, and the longest time option, which is 30 minutes and never, which means that after choosing it, your device will never black out automatically. So all you have to do is to tap on the option like to use. I'll pick 10 minutes. And after getting back, you can see that it is notified right here, which means that from now on, after 10 minutes of an activity, this device will black out. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to reset network preferences on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll all the way down to find System and Update. Then let's tap on Reset Options. And as you can see here, we've got two options which are connected with network overall. We've got network settings and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which are separately. So basically, all you have to do is to tap on the option. Your device will inform you that you cannot undo this action, so tap on Reset if you're ready. And Bluetooth and Wi-Fi has been reset successfully. Same with network settings. Just tap on it. Tap on Reset Settings. Here again, we've got the information that we cannot undo this action, so just tap on Reset Settings, and as you can see, the network settings have been reset successfully. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to remove Face Unlock from your Nubia Neo 3. Let's begin. First, let's enter our settings. Then, let's scroll down a little and enter Security and Privacy. Then you want to scroll all the way down, well, actually not all the way down, a little bit down, and then go into Device Unlock. Now, we want to head into Fingerprint and Face Unlock, but first you want to re-enter your current lock screen password, hit Continue, and only now we can go into Face Unlock, and finally we can go into Delete Facial Data. And as you can see, with that we can also turn off Raised Wake. So I will hit delete, and as you can see, we have no fingerprint, no face unlock currently on our device. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to turn off running apps on this device. So first of all, we have to open the recents, and depending on what kind of navigation type you've got set, you can do it differently. If you've got the 3 buttons navigation, simply tap on the button with the square icon or 3 bars icon. And if you've got the gestures, swipe your finger from the button to the center of your device and hold your finger somewhere here, something like that. And here we've got the recents. If you wish, you can close them one by one manually just by swiping them up like that. But if you've got a lot of apps opened, I simply recommend to tap on this X button right here which will automatically close all of them. So we can open the recents to check, and here we've got no recent items. As you can see, we cannot even stay there, which means that we just successfully closed all background apps. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can change display refresh rate. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Display section right away. Now you need to scroll to click on Screen Refresh Rate and tap on one of those in order to apply it. Let's go with the highest one. When you finished, just go back. As you can see, after that, screen refresh rate of my device has changed. Quick tip, don't keep your device on highest refresh rate all the time, because it not only consumes more battery, but also your device can heat up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can clean storage. Cleaning storage won't delete any photos or apps from your device, only junk files you don't need and don't even see. So to clean them up, you need to find Cleanup app, tap on it, scroll all the way down and hit Agree at the bottom right corner. Now tap on Allow, Allow All, and last but not least, hit Junk Files to tap on One Tap Cleanup. When I do that and confirm my choice, I can see that all of my junk files were successfully deleted. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all your downloads. Don't worry, I won't make you download any app, because an app you need is already on your Nubia. You need to access your app menu and find this one called File Manager. Then click on it. Tap on Category at the bottom left corner and hit Download section. Now tap on Downloads, and as you can see, all my downloaded files are over here. To access one, click on it, and to manage it, use all of those options at the bottom, or what most people miss, those three dots at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off auto rotation. First of all, you need to open Tab menu by swiping down from the top right corner of your screen, like that. Then you need to click on Auto Rotate shortcut, and if it's blue, that means that auto rotation is on. To turn it off, click on the same shortcut until it's gray. Quick tip, if you want this shortcut to be more accessible, you need to edit your tab menu by clicking on this pen at the top right corner. Then hold it, move it wherever you want to, let go, and go back. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to soft reset or actually force a restart this device. So This operation will be useful if for some reason your device stopped working properly and it does not respond to your touches. You can try to soft reset it, and all you have to do is to press the power button, which is located on the right side of your device, and press it long enough until you'll see the black screen and then the developer's logo, and that's all. So let me do it. Let me press this button. And here we've got this power off and restart option, but let's ignore it. Let's pretend that we cannot tap on it. Keep pressing the power button. Here we've got also the information that we have to press it for over 10 seconds to force restart it. Press it until you see the developer's logo. And now, basically you have to wait because your device will be automatically powered on again. All right, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can open apps in split screen view. First of all, decide which app you wanna use in this view on the top half of your screen and launch it in the background, like that. Now, you need to click on this icon of the rectangles at the top right corner and click on the second app. As you can see now, I can use both at once. To go back from this view, just go into background apps and swipe them. But most people forget that if you still want to use one of those apps, you can also hold those three dots in the middle and drag one all the way up or all the way down. Then tap on home button. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all text correction options. Your Nubia has a lot of text correction options within its settings. To access them, go into Settings and scroll all the way down right away. Don't worry, I tested it before recording, it will work. When you're done, tap on System, select Keyboard over here, and then on-screen keyboard at the top. Now you can finally select Gboard and in it Text Correction section. After tapping on it, you can manage all of those features thanks to all of those switches. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to check for the software updates on this device. So before we'll start, just make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. Simply for checking, you can use Wi-Fi or mobile data. However, if you'll decide to download the update, I highly recommend switching into the Wi-Fi because you can avoid some additional charges. Basically, the files which are connected with the updates are large. All right, so after making sure that you've got the internet connection, let's go to the settings. Right here, we have to scroll all the way down to find this option, System and Update. And at the top, we've got System Update, so simply tap on it. Give all the permissions it needs, and as you can see, your device is checking for the updates. And basically, you can meet two different scenarios. This is the first one where your software is up to date and there's nothing to download. And the second one is where your device will find the update. It will show the information about it, what has been fixed, what has been added, and then you will be able to tap on Download or Install and then apply the update. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to reboot Nubia Neo 3 5G. Okay, the process is really easy and I'll show you how you can perform that. So all we need to do is to launch the power menu. We do it by clicking the power button and volume up button at the same time, just like that. You can see that the power menu appeared. Now all you need to do to reboot your device is to tap on the restart function. Now tap once again, and now our device will be turned off. We need to wait a few seconds until it will be automatically turned on. Then the device will be ready to use. Also, performing a reboot regularly, for example, once a week, it's completely good for your device health, thanks to that we can extend its lifespan. And also, if you have little problems with your device, for example, when it's not working properly, I mean, it's lagging, or for example, some apps doesn't want to launch, that's the situation when the reboot can help. Also, during the reboot, our phone rests for a moment, the RAM gets freed up, so it's totally recommended to perform a reboot from time to time. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to remove a fingerprint from your Nubia Neo 3. Let's begin. In order to remove a fingerprint from your device, you first need to go into the settings. Then, you want to scroll down a little and enter a section called Security and Privacy. In here, you want to scroll down once again and enter Device Unlock. Now, go into Fingerprint and Face Unlock. And you first need to input your current PIN password. For me, it's very simple, 1234. Now, after we have inputted our password, we can go into Fingerprint. And here we should have a list of all our fingerprints. As you can see, we can have a total of 5 of them. And now, in order to remove one of them, we can just go into Set on Fingerprint and then hit Delete. Let's go into Delete. And as you can see, well, if we remove and restart this, as you can see now, we have no fingerprints whatsoever. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to show battery percentage on the status bar in this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to find notification and status bar. Then let's tap on status bar icons, and as you can see here we've got the battery percentage option, so let's tap on it. And here in this device we've got 4 different options which we can choose, which we can customize. So here we can display only the battery indicator. Here we can display the percentage inside the battery icon, so as you can see it's relatively small. We can display it outside the battery icon, so it's on the left and it is much more visible. Or we don't have to display battery icon at all. And as you can see, if we will hide the battery icon, we will also hide the percentage, so we cannot separately show the percentage. It needs to have the battery icon to be displayed. So obviously choose the option which you like the most. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can enable suggestion strip at the top of your keyboard. First of all, go into Devices Settings and scroll all the way down right away. Don't worry, I tested it and I can assure you it will work. Here you need to tap on System, then Keyboard, on-screen keyboard at the top, and finally Gboard. Now select Text Correction and use Gray Switcher next to Show Suggestion Strip to activate it. So when I do that and go back, I can see that Suggestion Strip was successfully enabled. If you wanna switch it off, tap on the same now blue switcher until it's gray. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off auto brightness. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Display section right away. Then use this switcher next to Automatic Brightness, located under Brightness slider, to either turn it on, the switcher is blue, or switch it off, making it gray. Quick tip, most people forget that even if you don't want to use auto brightness, you can go into Tab menu by swiping down from the top right corner of your screen. And while adjusting brightness manually, decide if you want to turn on or off auto brightness whenever you want to, thanks to this eye icon on the left. When it's blue, auto brightness is on. To switch it off, tap on it until it's gray. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to clear the browser on this device. So let's start with opening the browser. In my case it will be Google Chrome, but no worries, this operation is pretty similar in all of the browsers which are commonly used, so I'm pretty sure that you will be able to figure out how to do it on your own browser. So all we have to do right now is to simply tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner and tap on Delete Browsing Data. Here we've got some basic options like visited websites, opened tabs, cookies cache, and other site data. Here you can change the time range from last 15 minutes to, for example, last 4 weeks, or even all time. It's completely up to you. And then tap on Delete Data. However, if you wish to remove some advanced browsing history, simply tap on More Options here. And here we've got them. So saved passwords, autofill from data, and site settings. If you want to remove something, make sure that it is marked. So I will remove everything. We can change the time range again here, and then tap on Delete Data. And we just got back to the home page, but basically it means that we just successfully removed the browsing history. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to restart Nubia Neo 3 5G. Okay, we have two ways how we can restart our device. I'll show you both methods. So when it comes to the first method, which is also recommended, is a reboot using the power menu. To launch it, we need to click the power button and volume up button at the same time, just like that. Now you can see that the power menu appeared. Now all you need to do is to simply tap on the restart button, then tap again, and after that your device will be turned off. Wait a few seconds and it will be automatically turned on again. When it comes to the second method, it's called the forced restart, and it's recommended in situations, for example, when we have unresponsive screen, when our device is lagged, and basically when we cannot perform the first method. To do it, all we need to do is to simply grab our phone and we need to hold our power button for over 10 seconds until our device restarts. So simply keep holding. Okay, when you see the Nubia logo, you can release your fingers and now simply wait until the device turns on. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to remove a Google account from your Nubia Neo 3. Let's begin. First, let's simply head into our settings. Then, let's scroll all the way down and enter Google. As you can see, we are currently logged into this Google account, and we can click this arrow here, and then manage accounts on this device. As you can see, we have the accounts for owner section, so we can head into Google account, and now all you want to do is just go into remove account. We have some information that this will remove all messages, contacts, and other data from the phone that are directly linked into that Google account. So let's simply go and remove account. As you can see, the device protection features will also no longer work. I will going to click OK. And finally, we want to input our current lock screen password. And then, after clicking arrow, our Google account is now successfully removed. And if we, for example, go into Play Store, we'll be signed out and we won't be able to do anything. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to update the apps on this device. So first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required and I highly recommend using Wi-Fi instead of mobile data. And secondly, make sure that you've got your Google account added to the device. If you wish, you can do it after entering the Play Store, or you can check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device so you can follow our steps. Alright, so let's open the Play Store, and if you're logged in, all you have to do is to tap on the circle in the right upper corner, which is your account, and then tap on Manage Apps and Device. Here we've got the section Updates available, so let's simply tap on it, and as you can see, right here we've got the list of updates pending, and all you have to do is to basically tap on update next to the specific app in order to download the update. So let me pick maybe Gmail, Assistant, and Calendar. After that, they will appear at the top of the list, and as you can see, our device is downloading them. Of course, if you wish, you can simply tap on Update All. It will basically appear right here, and your device will automatically download all of available updates. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to allow unknown sources on this device. So this operation will be useful if you wish to download the app from other source than a regular one, I mean the Play Store. So for example, if you wish to download the app from your browser. So let's begin with opening the settings. Right here we have to scroll and find the apps. And here scroll to find special app access. Scroll on again to find install unknown apps. And as you can see right here, we've got the list of apps which are allowed or not allowed to install some content. And of course, we can change it. So let's pretend I wish to download the app from Chrome. I have to find the Chrome in the list and tap on it. And then tap on the switcher next to allow from the source. After getting back, you can see that the Chrome is now allowed to install something. However, be aware, because you're doing it on your own responsibility, some third-party apps aren't verified by the developer, so you may put your data and actually whole device at risk. So really remember about that and choose the apps wisely. And of course, you can always remove previously granted permissions. Just tap on the app and tap on the switcher next to allow from the source, and now it is not allowed to install anything. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off app notifications. To block any notifications from chosen app using only devices settings, start by opening settings and tapping on notifications and status bar. Now hit app notifications at the top, and before doing anything, hit all apps over here. This way you'll be able to sort them to see apps with most recent notifications, most frequent notifications, or apps with notifications already disabled. Wherever you decided, when you're ready, use blue switches next to your apps to block notifications from them, or grey ones to turn them on. Quick tip, most people forget that you can also tap on any app on the left and manage all notifications over here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to clear cache and speed up your device. Alright, so let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the list of apps, which is right here. Then tap on see all 43 apps, and what I highly recommend to do is to go through all of those apps, especially those which you're using frequently, and remove cache. So let me pick maybe clock, then go to storage and cache. And here, as you can see, we've got this cache section. Basically, cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app, and they are occupying a memory. So what I highly recommend to do is to simply tap on clear cache. Your device will immediately remove it, and thanks to it, you can release some memory. And as I said, go through all of those apps and remove cache. After that, after this whole operation, I highly recommend to simply reset your device to kind of confirm all of the changes. So simply press the power button, which is right here. Press it long enough until you'll see this this menu, and just simply tap on restart, and your device will be automatically powered off and then powered on again. Alright, so that'll be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to set the camera timer on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app, and right now we are in the standard photo mode. As you can see, we've got this cam here. So all we have to do is to tap on this arrow here in the right upper corner to open more options to choose from. And as you can see, the second bar is connected with the timer. It is not really set, but if you can see the 10 second, 5 second and 3 second, it means for sure that it is a timer. So right now it is off, and all we have to do is to tap on the option which we would like to apply. I'll pick 10 seconds. As you can see, it is immediately highlighted, and unfortunately after getting back to the camera, we do not have any kind of information that we've got the timer set. So we will always have to check whether we've got it applied it or not. So now all we have to do is to tap on the shutter button, and from now on our device will count down from 10, 5 or 3, depending on which option you've chosen, and after that time it will simply take a photo. Good. Obviously you can change it to 3 or 5 seconds, completely up to you, and if you wish to turn it off, just tap on off, and from now on your device will take photos right after touching the shutter button. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can set up screen lock. Begin by opening settings and scrolling down to click on the security and privacy section. Now scroll again, and this time tap on device unlock. Tap on screen lock here, and tap on one of those login methods. Quick tip, don't set up swipe, because it doesn't give you any security whatsoever, just this animation. So go with pattern, pin or complex password. Then create it, and if you made a mistake or change your mind, hit clear at the bottom left corner to redo it. When you're ready, hit save at the bottom, next at the bottom right one, and repeat it to confirm it. Then hit confirm to save it. So when I go back, switch off my screen and turn it back on, I can set pattern is required. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off autocorrection. Managing autocorrection is really easy, but finding it can be difficult. To do that, begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. Don't worry, I tested it before recording, it will work. Over here, you need to tap on System, then select Keyboard, on-screen keyboard at the top, and finally Reboot. Now hit text correction here and scroll to use this switcher next to autocorrection. Thanks to it, you can turn it off or switch it on. Quick tip, if you want to use autocorrection, you can also try this feature called Undo Autocorrect on Backspace. Enable it thanks to the same switcher. Personally, I think it's making using autocorrection even better. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to enter recovery mode on Nubia Neo 3. And let's begin. Without further ado, let's just begin. First of all, we want to make sure that our phone is turned off, and we can do that by pressing and holding the power button on the right and then choosing power off option. We want to wait for a couple of moments before we can hear the vibration, which would mean that our Nubia is now powered off. Now, in order to enter recovery mode, we want to press and hold power button and volume up button at the same time, just like that. No matter what we'll see, we want to just press holding. We want to just keep holding. And now, as you can see, we are inside recovery mode. Now, you normally would want to get into here in order to perform a factory reset in case of, for example, forgetting your lock screen password. And if you wish to do that, you can navigate down using the volume buttons into option that you are interested in. And then you want to go into that option by pressing the power button. And if you want to leave the recovery mode, you can go into this main here and just go into Reboot System Now, click power button, and now our phone will begin rebooting, and after done rebooting, we'll see our normal home screen just like before. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can change default apps. First of all, you need to open Devices Settings and scroll to click on Apps section available here. Now tap on Default Apps and select one of those sections you want to manage. For example, if you want to change your browser, go into Play Store, download a new one, and wait for it to be ready. When it's already on your device, you will see it listed in Browser App section. So let's wait a second. Go back to Settings, tap on Browser App and select Firefox to apply it. So when I do that and go back, I can see that my default app has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how you can insert SIM and SD card into this device. So, to get started, you'll want to grab a SIM eject tool that you can find somewhere in the box. but if you have lost it, you can also use a paper clip, straighten out one of the ends, and it should work just as well. Now once you have either one of those, you can then pop out the tray, which is located on the upper left side of the device, so right over here. So grab your little either pin or this tool and then push it in. And see, when you do, the tray pops out enough for you to just pull it out. On the tray, you have space for either 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and 1 SD card. If you're planning to use dual SIM, you would place one of the cards sideways like so. Now I'm going to be using one of each, so just flip that over here like so. And grab the SD card like so. And then carefully insert it back into the device. Carefully, because there's nothing holding these cards in place other than gravity. Once you insert the cards back into your device, they should automatically start working, hence why it's asking me for the SIM card pin. So the SIM card is obviously working. Now SD card should give us some notification. There we go. Samsung SD card. So it is working as well. So that's about it. Now if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
In front of me is Neo Nubia Free, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it using Bluetooth. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Bluetooth section right away. Then activate it thanks to this switcher at the top right corner. And wait for available devices to show. When they do, tap on the one you want to connect to. Though quick tip, if you want to connect to another smartphone or a tablet, you will have to accept connection request manually on the second device. You don't have to do that in case of headphones or speaker. So tap on your device. Click on this icon next to allow access to your contacts and call history to enable or disable it, and tap on pair. Then wait for the other device to accept your connection request. As you can see, my devices were successfully connected. To manage this connection, click on gear icon next to your device and manage all of those options thanks to those 2 switchers next to them. Tap on Connect if you want to reconnect now, helpful in case of, for example, wireless headphones, or Forget if you want to forget this device completely. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Nubia Neo Free, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it to printer. All you need to do is go into Settings and tap on Connected Devices right away. Now you need to choose Connection Preferences and tap on Printing available at the top. Now, you can either use the Footprint service or tap on Add Service and download the best one for you. Either way, tap on it and activate it the same way by clicking on this switcher at the top right corner if it's not already on. Your device is now looking for a printer, and when it finds one, it will connect to it. Quick tip, you can always tap on those 3 dots at the top right corner if you are struggling with connection. Select Add Printer. Click on this switcher next to Wi-Fi Direct Printing to enable it, and hit Allow in the pop-up if you never used it before. Then tap on Find Wi-Fi Direct Printers and wait for your device to find yours. If you don't have Wi-Fi Direct Printers option, you can go back and tap on Add Printer by IP address instead. Now input it and hit Add. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to change the wallpaper on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find a theme and personalization. Here we've got the wallpaper section, so let's simply tap on it. And as you can see, we've been transferred to the full list of pre-installed wallpapers from which we can choose. So as you can see, we've got plenty of beautiful options to choose from, starting from nature, for example, to the universe, as you can see, Star Trek, Time Stand Still, etc. A lot of really beautiful and interesting options from which we can choose. And to be honest, I will have a problem with choosing one. Those are nice also. Overwind, Game Warrior. All right, here we've got also inspired wallpapers. So I believe it is connected with the AI. And here we've got this picture icon, so we can enter our own gallery and choose our own photo and set it as a wallpaper. But let me pick something from those which are pre-installed. I don't know, maybe some kind of basic one. Maybe this one. Just tap on it. And as you can see, after tapping, it will appear on the full screen. So now just tap on Set As, and here we can choose whether we want to apply it on the home screen, lock screen, or both. And I think I'll choose both options, so let me tap on it. Now we can go back, and as you can see, the wallpaper has been played successfully. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can change and customize your keyboard theme. First of all, you need to launch your keyboard and click on this icon of a color palette at the top of it. Then pick one of those themes. Quick tip, most people forget that you should tap on those icons at the top right corners of each sections, like colors, to see all available themes. Now, after checking them out, tap on the best one for you. Manage key borders thanks to this switcher, and hit apply at the bottom right corner. So when I do that, mine was successfully applied. To customize it though, which is my favorite thing to do, go back to the same settings and use this plus icon under my themes. Now tap on a photo you wanna apply as your new keyboard's background. I don't think I have a cool one, but this one, for example. Pinch it to scale, drag it to move, and hit next. Adjust the brightness by swiping left or right. Hit done. Manage key borders and tap on apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to change date and time on this device. Alright, so let's start with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll all the way down to find System and Update, and then tap on Date and Time. So as you can see here, we've got some options which are currently inactive. It is because we are using the automatic time, date, and time zone. So first of all, simply turn off both of those switchers, and now we can freely tap on date and change it just by swiping. Confirm it with OK, the same with the time. Just swipe, set the time you wish, and tap on OK. Here we've got the time zone, so just tap on it, tap on the region, and here we've got plenty actually all regions from which we can choose. So simply find yours and then tap on it. It will be immediately applied. Here we can also customize the time format. So right now we are using local default, which is more or less automatic, but we can simply turn this option off, and we are not able to actually change the time format, or we are something was off. So if you struggle with the time format, just like I have previously, simply try to do something with the time zone, tap on the specific switchers, so it will be activated. And as I said, we can simply tap on the switcher to use 24-hour format, or tap on it again to set the 12-hour format. So this is basically the customization of this of the date and time. And if you wish to come back to all previous settings, so the automatic options, simply tap on those switchers here and tap on use local default. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how you can capture a screenshot on this device. So, to get started, you'll want to open up content that you wish to capture. For me, that will be the home screen that is already open and visible on my screen. Now, once the content that you wish to capture is visible for you, simply press the power button and the volume down at the same time. Get this pop-up right here, and it gives you a capture, like a scrollable screenshot, which was grayed out because there's nothing to scroll, and you also have the share option. Now, the reason this scroll shot is unavailable here is because even though I can technically scroll down, what it does is it brings up a app tray. So there's nothing like, for instance, I have right here that I could scroll down. So in here, that option will actually become available to me. And it just allows you to capture a longer version of the screenshot, so you can continuously scroll. As an example, in something like Instagram, you could just continuously capture more and more and more, and the screenshot would become longer and longer as a single image. So, once you capture a screenshot, you can find it by going into your photos, and by default, when you're located in the Photos tab, it might show up right here, but the easiest way to find any kind of screenshot will be by going to the collections, and at the bottom you have this list and you have screenshots. Now in here you don't just find screenshots, you also find screen recordings, but it's still much easier to find whatever you're looking for between just screenshots and screen recordings, rather than entire library of images, videos, and so on. And here are the two screenshots that I have taken. So there we go. Now, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can set up face unlock. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling down to click on Security and Privacy. Then scroll again, tap on Device Unlock, and quick disclaimer, if you don't have screen lock, you need to set it up before adding face data, or your Nubia will simply not allow you to use it. So hit screen lock, set it up, then go back and tap on Fingerprint and Face Unlock section. Enter your screen lock here, tap on Face Unlock above Fingerprint, and after reading all of those disclaimers, hit Done. Then tap on this icon next to Turn on Raise to Wake to disable or enable it, and tap on Create Now. Keep your face in frame and follow all of the instructions from your screen. Then you can tap on Unlock Device, pick one of those options, and tap on your screen. So when I go back now, turn off my screen and switch it back on, I can see that Face Unlock is working properly. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to change your language back to English on Nubia Neo 3. Let's begin! So it doesn't really matter if you got trolled or if you were just playing around with the settings and you have accidentally changed the language. In this video, I will just show you generally how to get into the language settings by icons only. So of course, we want to start by going into the settings. And you can see that the Nubia Neo has actually a very interesting icon because at the first glance, it doesn't really look like a cogwheel icon, but it has something like this, a little red circle inside. And it is indeed settings. Now you want to go all the way down and then you want to head into this little arrow here, and now after you've made it into this arrow icon at the very bottom, you want to head into the second option, and then you can go into the first option. And here we have our languages. Of course, I'm going to switch to English. I will click the text on the right because this will just cancel the action. This will change the language. And as you can see, we are back into English. Now I will go one more time, but this time with English, so you can just have a nice understanding on what each and every option is. So once again, we have these settings first. Then you want to scroll all the way down, go into a little arrow icon. As you can see, it is System. Then you want to ignore the first option, you want to head into the second, which is Languages, and finally System Languages at the very top. Anyway, I hope that you found this video quite useful. If you really did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to enable the developer options on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find About Phone. Then we have to localize a special number which is called build number, and as you can see it's right here, so let's keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're into developer mode. If you've got a screen lock, your device will ask you to enter it to confirm the whole step. It is because we are opening advanced mode, so that's normal, just enter it to confirm. And after that we can go back to the general list of the settings. Then let's go to System and Update, and as you can see here we've got developer options, so let's tap. And here we've got plenty of advanced settings which we can customize. So for example, you can enable the strict mode, you can show view updates, change window animation scale, show surface updates. Here we've got some options which are connected with the networking overall, because we've got Bluetooth, USB, Wi-Fi, etc. So in order to turn on the feature, you have to simply tap on the switch on it and it will be immediately activated and applied. Of course, you can turn it off the same way. And if you've got the options without the switcher, simply tap on them to open more options to choose from. If you're done with customization of developer options, you can always turn them off. Just tap on the switcher which is pinned to the top of the screen, and most of the options will be inactive, as you can see. Not all of them, but most. And after getting back here to general list of the settings and entering the System and Update again, you can see that the developer options simply disappear from the list. But of course, no worries, you can customize them again. Just go back to the build number step and keep tapping. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to add the photo to contact in this device. So let's start with opening your contact list, for example with the usage of the dialer. It doesn't matter. And find the contact which you'd like to edit and tap on it. Then let's tap on this edit icon, so pencil icon. and tap on Add Picture, or simply tap on the circle, it doesn't matter. So here we've got some sections from which we can choose our photo from. In device photos, we've got our own gallery. We can enter your own photos and tap on the camera and take a photo of someone who's right in front of you at this moment. Google Photos, so basically backed up photos, and illustrations, which are free of charge and they are available online. So if you do not have a photo and you don't really want to take a photo of this person, you can try to find something cool, something interesting right here. All right, so let me pick maybe this one. Just tap on the specific photo. Here you've got presets, so as you can see, you can also change the colors. Moreover, you can crop the photo. So not only this illustration, but also your own photo taken with the camera. You can basically zoom it in or out. You can change the position of the photo, and thanks to it, you can decide what you will see after saving the whole contact, because basically this highlighted circle is responsible for it. So position it just like you want to, and then tap on Choose. Now let's tap on Save in the right upper corner. And as you can see, this is how our contact will look like. Of course, you will be able to see this photo on the contact list and, for example, during all incoming calls from that specific number. All right, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to change lock screen password on Nubia Neo 3. Let's begin. So, as you can see, currently I have this very simple pattern in order to unlock my device. However, if I would like to change it, well, how would I? Well, first of all, we want to go into the settings. Then you want to scroll down a little until you will see a section called Security and Privacy. We want to head there, and now we want to scroll down and go into Device Unlock. Now, let's go into Screen Lock here. And in order to do any kind of changes, we first need to input our current pattern, or PIN, or other lock screen password that you have set up. And as you can see now, we can choose to set into a different one. For example, we can go and set to the PIN, which I believe is like the second most popular password option. Or you can go into complex password, which also allows you to set different letters, not only numbers. Technically, we also have the swipe, but this is very low security option because there's just no password at all. And even worse, we have none, which just not only doesn't have a password, it will just remove your screen lock completely. But if you want to keep having a nice security without like losing the security completely, I would advise you to pick between pattern, PIN, or complex passwords. So, for example, I will go into PIN. I will now enter some very similar, very easy PIN like this one. We want to re-enter our PIN, so once again I will input mine, and after clicking confirm, we can see that our pattern now is changed, and we can click and try to unlock our device, and as you can see, we no longer have pattern. Instead we have this very nice PIN. And that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to block a number on this device. So let's start with opening your contact list. We will begin with with blocking the number you've got currently saved on your contacts, and after that I'll show you another way. So find the contact which you'd like to block and tap on it. Then scroll down and find block numbers. Sometimes, if you've got the older version of the dialer of the contact list, you will find this block option right here in this gear icon in the right upper corner. So it depends what kind of version you've got applied. However, you will find block numbers, simply tap on it. Your device will ask you if you really want to do it, because you will no longer receive any incoming calls or text messages from this number. So just tap on block if you're ready. And as you can see here, we've got this characteristic icon, which means that the number has been blocked successfully. Of course, you can unblock it the same way, right here, just tap on unblock numbers, but let me leave it like this. We will check whether it will appear on the blacklist. And now to open the blacklist, you have to open the settings. It doesn't really matter on which mode kind of you will be. Contacts, recents, favorites, voicemail, it doesn't matter. Just tap on the 3 dots icon in the right upper corner and go to the settings. Here in this general list, you've got blocked numbers, so let's tap on it. And this is our blacklist. That's the number we blocked from our contacts. So as you can see, the previous option also works. Here you can simply tap on add a number, tap on phone number, and here enter it manually, so you do not have to have it saved on your contacts to be able to block it. Just tap on block, and as you can see, it will immediately appear right here. Moreover, at the top, you've got the option unknown, which means that you can block the calls from all unidentified callers. You can turn it on just by tapping on the switcher and turn it off the same way. And if you wish to unblock the number, simply tap on this X button right next to it and tap on unblock. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to change the keyboard language on this device. So let's begin with opening the app which will provide you with the keyboard. So for example, messages, notes, browser, settings, whatever, just have the keyboard on the screen. At least try. Okay, we've got the keyboard. So now we have to open the settings. Let's simply tap on this gear icon here and go to languages. We've got only one language applied and it is English, so let's tap on add keyboard to search for another language. And as you can see here, we've got the list of all available languages, and this list is really long. So I highly recommend to simply tap on search language and enter the name of the language which you'd like to apply. I'll pick Urdu. So, and after finding, just tap on the language, and now we can choose something called keyboard layout. So the amount of them depends on the specific language. Sometimes you will have only one, and sometimes even up to 5 or 7 different keyboard layouts. So just mark the option which you'd like to use. I'll pick the first one and then tap on done. And as you can see, it was immediately applied to the list. And before I'll show you how to remove the language from this list, I'd like to show you how to use the keyboard with 2 or more languages added. So now let me go back to the keyboard. And here we've got an additional icon, which is called globe icon or language key. Here we've got the information here also, thanks to which we will be able to change the layout. So now we've got English, and after tapping on it, we can switch to Urdu one. Moreover, the spacebar, it's not empty anymore. Right now we've got the name of the language we're currently using. Alright, so in order to remove the language from this list, we have to open the settings again, go to languages, and tap on this edit icon in the right upper corner. Mark the language and tap on the trash bin icon. And as you can see, we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to change the system language on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll all the way down to find the option System and Update. Then let's tap on Languages and go to System Languages. So here we've got the list of all languages which are currently applied, let's say, and we've got only English. So let's tap on Add a Language, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available languages from which we can choose. So simply find yours and then tap on it. I'll pick Greek. So just tap on it. And now your device will ask you whether you want to set the new language as a default one or not. So you can either set as default, stay current, or turn it off completely. So I'll pick simply set as default. And now, as you can see, we just got back to the previous list of languages. Right now we've got our new language added here. It is also at the top, which means that it was applied to the whole system, to the whole menu. So if you've got more than one languages added here, like I have got Greek and English, you can quickly change them just by swiping their positions. So let's tap on English and hold it and then drag it to the first position. And here your device will ask you whether you want to change the language or not. And to be honest, I have no idea what does it mean. Probably cancel or change or something like that. So I'll pick this one. and it happened. So we've got English applied, and it is at the top of the list. If you wish, you can also remove the languages from this list. Just tap on the 3 dots icon in the right upper corner, tap on remove, mark the language which you wish to remove, and tap on delete. Tap on remove and delete, I mean the trash bin icon. And we've got only one language applied right here, of course, because I still have got Greek inside this add language list. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I want to show you how to create a backup of your data on Nubia Neo 3 5G. Okay, to create a backup we need to open up our settings. Once we are here we need to scroll down all the way until we find the system, and now on the bottom we have backup. Simply tap on that. And now, when it comes to the backup details, we need to make sure that photos and videos and other device data are turned on. Simply tap on them. If they are not turned on, you'll be able to do it. Right in here, you have the backup, turn it on, and same thing with other device data, make sure it's enabled. Also, down below, we can see our Google account that we are currently logged into, and on that account, in the cloud of it, our backup will be saved and stored. So for example, if you want to restore that backup later in the future, you'll need to be logged into the same Google account that you are currently logged into. When it comes to the backup details, in here we have a list of things that will be backupped. Also, we need to make sure that we have some free storage space. If you don't have enough, you can click on clean up space and simply you can delete something. Okay, once everything is enabled, all we need to do is to hit this green button, backup now. The process will start, so we need to wait a little bit. Okay, you can see that in here a circle appeared and it's starting slowly to fulfill. When it disappears, it means that our backup has been successfully created. We also see a confirmation on the other device data. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, in my case the backup has been created, and just like I was saying, under other device data, we can see that the backup has been made 0 minutes ago, so that's like a confirmation that everything went successfully. Also, if you click on other device data, if you scroll down, you can see the backup details, and for example, we can see that 25 apps has been successfully copied. Also call history and device settings. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can operate font size. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling down to click on this section called Battery. Now click on Battery Health available here. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling down to click on this section called Battery. Kurwa pierdolona ma... In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can change this device's theme. First of all, go into Settings, and then choose Theme and Personalization. Now all you need to do is hit Themes at the top and click on the best one for you. Let's go with Warrior. Select Apply button at the bottom and wait. As you can see, after a couple of seconds, theme of my device has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to add or remove a Google account in this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll down to find passwords and accounts. Then let's tap on Add Account and choose Google. Make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. You can use Wi-Fi or mobile data. And here in the step you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone if you've got the account, and then tap on Next. All right, and be patient, of course. Here we have to enter the password, so let me do this out of the screen. All right, we've got it, so let's tap on Next. Here we have to decide who will be using this device, so just mark the option and then tap on Next. Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can simply tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. Here you can decide whether you want to turn on the backup or not. I don't want to do it, so let me just tap on Don't Turn On. And here again, don't back up because this is also connected with the backup, so don't back up in my case. And as you can see, we just successfully added the Google account to this device. And if you wish to remove it, I highly recommend to do it also in this section, because probably here you won't be able to do that. Usually the option to remove the account is unavailable. So let's go to Passwords and Accounts. Simply tap on your Google account and here tap on Remove Account. Tap on Remove Account again, and it will immediately disappear. Of course, if you've got the screen lock, you will have to enter it to confirm the whole step. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to change the ringtone on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find sounds and vibration. Then let's scroll to this ringtone section and tap on phone ringtone. As you can see here, we've got two different SIM cards, and basically the ringtone is divided between the SIM cards, which means that you can set totally different totally different ringtone for the first SIM card and different for another one. So let's simply tap on phone ringtone. As you can see here, you can choose the SIM card. Choose the SIM card for which you'd like to change the ringtone. And here we've got the ringtones which are highlighted, let's say, because we've got the tour here, which is our current ringtone. We've got the piano here, space whispers, etc. All right, I mean, it's a little bit too loud for my liking, so let me just volume it down. But if it is not enough, and let's be honest, here we've got only 3 different ringtones, so all we have to do is to tap on all ringtones, and here we've got the full list of available ringtones which are pre-installed on this device, so we can choose them. We've got also music here, which means that if you will have something, for example, downloaded or recorded, it should appear somewhere here, and you will be able to set it as a ringtone. But let me pick something from the pre-installed ringtones, and if you wish to check how the particular ringtone sounds, you have to simply tap on it, and then you will be able to listen and decide whether you like it or not. Moreover, right here we've got this option None, which means that after choosing it, your device will not use any kind of sound to notify about the incoming call. So just mark the option which you'd like to use and tap on OK to confirm. And as you can see here, we've got the information that Love in Prague is our current ringtone, and after getting back, we can also see it right here, which means that from now on our device will use the chosen ringtone to notify us about the incoming call. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to activate automatic system updates on this device. So in this video I'd like to show you two different ways of turning on this option. The first one is more user-friendly and the second one is a little bit more advanced as we need to unlock the developer options. So let's begin with the first one. All you have to do is to go to the settings. Here, let's scroll all the way down to find System and Update. Then tap on System Update. And in the right upper corner, we've got the three dots icon, so let's tap on it. Then let's tap on Settings. And as you can see at the top, we've got the auto check updates, and under it we've got auto download. However, it is grayed out. We cannot turn it on. It is because that we have to firstly turn on this upper option, so auto check updates, which is a great option. However, we have to focus on the auto download. Simply tap on the switcher and make sure that it is turned on. And from now on, your device will automatically check for the updates, of course, if you're connected to the network, and then your device will auto-download it if you're using the Wi-Fi, which is a nice option. The second way is, as I said, more advanced. So in the settings, we have to go to About Phone, first of all, then scroll down and localize build number and keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're in developer mode. And if you've got the screen lock, your device will ask you to enter it to confirm the whole step. It is because it is, the developer options are advanced and your device needs confirmation. So just enter the screen lock, everything is all right. Then let's go back to the regular settings and go to System and Update and tap on Developer Options. And here we have to scroll down just a little bit to find this option, Automatic System Updates, and tap on the switcher to turn on this option. So from now on, your device will apply the updates whenever the device will be restarted. And of course, whenever the update is available. You can turn this option off just by tapping on the switcher again. And you can also turn off the developer options just by tapping on the switcher at the top. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3 and today I'll show you how you can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down twice from the top of your screen, which will reveal a bunch of toggles, one of them hopefully being the Do Not Disturb mode. Assuming I can find it. Or assuming that it's added by default. Now it looks like it's not, so I'm gonna look for it in the toggles that are turned off by clicking right here on this pencil, scrolling down, and oh, there we go. Do Not Disturb mode. So we're gonna grab it from here, drag it to the top, drop it, go back, and now we actually have access to it. So from here, hold it again, and this will quickly take you to the settings where you can customize how the mode will function. Now going over some of the options in here. Number one, we have the turn on automatically, so basically a schedule mode. There's always one pre-made, would usually be called something like sleeping, starts at 10 p.m., ends at 7 a.m., runs every single day of the week, but it is turned off by default. So if you want to use it, you can just tap on the toggle to turn it on. And if you want to change it, you can tap on the time there, or just name of it, whatever, this area right here. And this will allow you to edit it. And you can obviously add additional ones. Scrolling down, we have allow to be disrupted, so these are exclusions that you can set up for the mode when it's enabled. So you can select who can message you, who can call you, and also no matter what you select for calls right here, you have additional option to allow repeated callers. So if someone calls you twice within a 15-minute period, even if they are excluded from this list right here, meaning that they shouldn't be able to reach you, if they meet the requirement right here, the call will go through and you will be able to hear it. Now, once everything is set, you can close this up. You don't ever have to go back there again if you don't want to change anything. And find the toggle, tap on it to turn it on, and you're good to go. Now, there's one caveat. When you do this manually, you will also need to remember to turn it off. And you can turn it off by finding this toggle again in the same place, tapping on it once more, and this will obviously turn it off. Otherwise, it would just run indefinitely in the background. So that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I want to show you how to create a WhatsApp backup on Nubia Neo 3 5G. Okay, so first open up your WhatsApp. Once we are here, we need to click on those three dots in the top right corner and now open up the settings. Now find chats, scroll down a little until you find chat backup. Okay, and now let's discuss a few things. So let's begin with the Google account. If you tap on that, you can see that in my case, currently this Google account is selected. That's basically the Google account that I'm also logged in the settings of my phone. And on that selected account, our backup will be saved and stored. So for example, if you want to restore your backup later in the future, you'll need to be logged into the same Google account that you have selected right in here during the backup process. Of course, if you want, you can add another one. Simply click on add account and then sign into other Google account. Okay, down below we have automatic backups. Defaultly this option is turned off. In my case I put it only monthly, which means that each month the backup will be automatically made and I don't need to do this manually. Pretty cool thing. And I also highly recommend selecting one of those options. For example, daily, weekly, or only when it's set backup. But for me, monthly is perfect. Okay, down below we have the possibility to include the videos in our backup. Also highly recommend turning it on. And on the bottom we have end-to-end encrypted backup. It is not necessary to turn it on, but it's like an extra security feature, because if you choose to turn it on, you'll be able to create a unique password that you'll need to type in the future if you want to restore your chats. But be aware that if you create that password and when you forget it, you won't be able to restore the chats. So if you choose to create it, simply don't forget it. But just like I'm saying, it's not necessary to create a backup. Also, make sure that you have some free Google storage space right in here. If you don't have enough, you need to delete something. And now simply hit backup button. The process will start, so we need to wait a little bit. Okay, now take a look on the last backup. You can see the hour. So that means that everything went successfully and our backup has been successfully created. Alright, now that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to add the fingerprint onto your Nubia Neo 3. Now let's begin. First, you want to head into your settings. Then you want to scroll down a little and enter security and privacy. Here, you want to scroll one more time and go into device unlock. Now, make sure that you have some sort of screen lock set up, because if you have no screen lock at all, you will be tasked to set up this before going into fingerprint and face unlock. And as you can see, we need our current lock screen password in order to even get into the fingerprint settings. Now, we want to go into fingerprint. We have a big amount of text, which basically says that, like, I don't know, you need to be 14 years old at least to use this, or something like that, and they are not selling this anywhere. We can go into OK, and now we can go into register. We want to place our finger into the fingerprint sensor, which is located right here at top of the power button. And because usually you hold your phone like this, you probably want to register your thumb. But because I'm the tutorial guy, I'm just going to put my middle finger here, or this finger. It doesn't really matter which one. I'm just going to do this. And now we can go into start and roll. So we can start pressing it. And it's very important to note that you want to, every single time you press your finger here, you want to press at slightly different angle. This is the most important thing. As you can see, we have a warning that we want to change our areas on our finger. So we can go, for example, from the back here or from the top. And I will actually pick up the phone because now it's easier. And now we want to go with edges, as you can see here. So I will go into edges. And we are almost done. And we have, congratulations, your fingerprint has been registered. And now, if we would leave, maybe not, thank you. If we leave and lock a screen, we can see that now, every time we want to lock a screen, as you can see it is currently locked, we can just use our fingerprint. And now, we will be transported into home screen automatically. And that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can operate voice recorder. Don't worry, you don't need to download any app to record sounds on this Nubia. That's because your Nubia already has this app called Voice Recorder. So find it, click on it, and tap on Allow in all available pop-ups if you never used it before. Then tap on blue button to start recording. Tap on Allow. OK. And wait. As you can see, your recording is on. To pause it or unpause it, use the same button. To add a bookmark, click on flag icon on the left. To add a photo mark on this camera, also on the left, tap on while using the app or only this time, and take a pic. To discard it, tap on X icon, and to add it as a bookmark, click on the check mark. When you're done, hit Done on the right, and name your recording however you want to. From here, you can also delete it right away, or, like in my case, save it. Now to play it, click on it, and check out all of those cool options. Photo tag and tag, which basically means you can add bookmarks even after recording is done, skip silences, speed, and even edit, which is my personal favorite. You can tap on it and manage your recording right away. Pick a part you wanna manage, hit trim, and tap on Save to save new version of your recording. Now, if you want to get rid of any of them, hold the chosen one on the list and tap on Delete at the bottom. Then confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to enable the Google backup on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find System and Update. Then let's tap on Backup and tap on Turn On. Tap on Next. And as you can see here, we can tap on Add Account, and if you've got your Google account currently added to the device, it will appear right here and you will be able to simply choose it. If not, you have to go through the whole process of adding it. So just tap on Add Account and make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. Here in this step, you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone of the existing account if you've got one, and tap on Next. Right here we have to enter the password, so let me do this out of the screen. Okay, and tap on Next. So here we have to decide who will be using this device, so just mark the option and tap on Next. Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. And here, finally, we can decide what kind of data we'd like to back up. So photos and videos or other device data or both. It's completely up to you. I'll pick only this one and tap on Confirm. Tap on Manage Backup. And as you can see here, everything is checked in green, which means that we just successfully added the account. Moreover, here we've got backup details. we can tap on other device data, so the option I've chosen, and here we can check the memory. I mean our account. We can manage the storage. So, for example, remove some unnecessary files. Under it, we've got backup details, so we can check what has already been backed up, and advanced settings. And to be honest, I highly recommend to keep this option turned off, be aware, so you can avoid some charges. So to finish everything, we have to simply tap on backup now, and from now on our device is backing up the data. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to restore WhatsApp backup on Nubia Neo 3 5G. Okay, so we need to, before we open up the WhatsApp, let's open up the settings. And in here, as you scroll down, then find Google. In here, we need to make sure that we are logged in into the same Google account that we have selected during the backup process earlier, because if you are logged in into wrong account, you won't be able to simply restore your chats. Also, this video is for people who already have their backup created. If you don't know how to do it, on our channel there's a video when I'm explaining everything step by step, so if you want to, you can watch that video. Now, we can open up our WhatsApp. Okay, in here simply select your language and click on agree and continue. We can click on allow to send us the notifications, and now in this bar we need to type our phone number. You can always click on what's my number and it will be automatically copied. Then click on continue, click on allow, select your phone number, and then click on next. Click on yes. Okay, and now we need to verify our phone number. We have two ways how we can do it. We can use the code from the SMS message or use the missed call function. Always pick the missed call because in my opinion it works much better, and it's also simply faster. So I'll select that one, click on continue, click on allow. Now it's requesting for a call, so we need to wait a little bit. Okay, now click on continue, click on allow, allow, and allow all. And now select restore from backup, click on continue. And remember that if you don't do it right now, you won't be able to do it later, so you should do this right now. You can see also the account from which we are restoring our backup, and it's the same Google account that I have shown you in the settings before. Okay, 12 messages restored, click on next. In here you can type your name and also change the profile photo by clicking this plus button, then click on next. Okay, and now as you take a look, all of the messages including videos, photos, and normal messages has been successfully restored on our device. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to change the navigation type, so how to change from gestures to buttons and from buttons to gestures. So let's begin with opening the settings, and right here we have to scroll down and find features. Then tap on system navigation, and as you can see we've got two different options from which we can choose. Right now I've got gestures set, but let me apply the three buttons navigation. We've got obviously the back button, the home page, and recents. Here we've got the settings, so let's tap on it, and as you can see we can reorder the back button and the recents, so we can kind of customize the navigation bar. We can decide whether we always want to show navigation bar and hold home for Google Assistant. So it's obviously up to you how to customize it, and if you wish to set the gestures, simply tap on this option here, and instead of the buttons, I mean we do not have actually anything, the buttons will simply disappear. We can open the settings too, and if you wish, if you prefer, you can display bottom indicator, so we will have this line which is kind of responsible for some gestures, but basically it is just a visual indicator. Here you can also customize the gestures, the settings which are connected with the Google Assistant, avoid misoperation by swipe gesture, and you can change the back sensitivity. And to be honest, I highly recommend to get back to this option after a while of using the gesture, so you will be able to decide whether you need the sensitivity to be higher or lower. It really depends whether you play games or whatever. So I highly recommend to get back to this option after a while. And whilst using buttons is quite intuitive, I would say, I would like to explain the gestures. So if you wish to go back to the previous page, just like by using the back button, you have to swipe your finger from the side to the center. If you can see this arrow, you can release the finger. And the same from the right side. As you can see here, we've got also the animation. If you'd like to get back directly to the home page, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device and make sure that this motion is quick and short. So something like that. And if you wish to open the recents, repeat the gesture. So from the bottom to the center, but hold your finger somewhere here. So kind of elongate the gesture, just like that. And after releasing, you've got the recents. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to unlock Nubia Neo 3 5G without password. Okay, but before we begin, we need to discuss a few things. First thing is, please only try to unlock your phone and no other case someone else's, because you know that's unethical and also might be considered as a crime. So only try to unlock your device. The second thing is that we need to perform a factory reset using the recovery mode, and it will cause this that all of our data will be erased from our device. Third thing is that after the reset, the phone will want to verify us, or by typing the screen lock, of course we cannot remember it, or he will want you to log in into the Google account on which you were logged in before the reset. If you also don't remember it, there's a chance that you might have to perform a FRP bypass. On our channel we also have videos how to perform that, so if you want you can look for it. Okay, now you can see that my device is also locked. I can remember my pattern, and now what to do. Now actually I have accidentally misclicked it. Let's also try to lock the screen for 30 seconds, okay? And now what to do? We need to power off our device. Hold power button, click on power off, okay? And now to launch recovery mode, we need to hold power button and volume up button at the same time. So keep holding both buttons until the recovery mode launches. Just like that. To move around this menu, we use volume keys. Now we need to select wipe data / factory reset. Click power button to confirm. You can see the thing that I was talking about before. You might be required to connect to a network via SIM or Wi-Fi and log in Google account before using the device. Now, wipe all user data. That's the last moment where you can stop, because if you now click factory data reset, the process of deleting your data will begin. If you want to go forward, select factory data reset, click power button to begin. Now, data wipe complete, we can see it on the bottom. Now select reboot system now, that's the first option from the top. And now click power button to confirm. Now we need to simply wait until our device turns on. And the next thing that we need to do is to go through the setup process. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
In front of me is Nubia Neo 3, and today I would like to show you how you can set up an alarm clock. To begin by finding Clock app that's already on your device and tapping on it. Now choose Alarm at the bottom left corner and tap on this plus icon to create a new one. Now it's time to adjust it, which is my favorite part. You can pick an hour at the top. Don't worry, you can change all of those whenever you want to. and pick one of those repeat options. Once, weekdays, and custom. In custom section, click on days of the week you wanna set up and select save. Now click on snooze to decide how many minutes it will take and how many times it will repeat. You can also enable or disable it thanks to this switcher at the top. Go back, hit alarm tone, and pick one of those. Tap on apply at the bottom right corner if you wanna pick it. Or select all ringtones at the bottom and click on one of those. Then hit OK to save it. If you wanna pick a ringtone from your music, hit music at the top, tap on it, and hit OK. Then go back and use this switcher next to vibrate when ringing to disable or enable it. Hit label to name it and OK to save its name. Now to save your new alarm, use this checkmark at the top right corner. As you can see, mine was successfully added. To switch it on or off, use this switcher right next to it and pick one of those options in the pop-up. If you want to edit it, click on it, make any changes and tap on the checkmark again. In case you wanna get rid of your alarm, you can hold it and tap on the delete button at the bottom right corner. Then confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how you can boot this device into recovery mode. So, to get started, you will first want to turn off your device by holding the power button and selecting power off from the two options that show up. Click on it twice. This turns off the device, and once the phone is off, you want to hold power button, and I believe it's going to be volume up. So hold both of these buttons together, and as you can see, this takes us to the recovery mode. When you do get taken here, you can let go of both of these buttons. I also want to give you a little bit of a heads up. Sometimes when you let go of the power button, it will automatically accept the first option, which is selected right here, Reboot System Now. So when letting go of these buttons, you see this page just automatically disappear. Start holding these two buttons again. This is unintentional. Sometimes when you let go, it just accepts this for no reason. And as you've seen, for me, it didn't right now. So I don't know what the difference is, why sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. But if it does, just know what to do. Now, while you're in this mode, you will need to use volume buttons to navigate up or down, depending on which one you press, and the power button will be used to confirm whatever is selected, hence why the device reboots sometimes. So, going over the options, we have Reboot System Now. Again, takes us back to Android. Reboot to bootloader, and enter Fastboot mode. I believe both of them will actually be Fastboot mode, but I am going to check this at the end right here. Next, we have Apply Updates from SD card, Wipe Data, enter Safe mode, View Lags, Run Tests, and Power Off. So anyway, I'm going to stick with the second option just so I can check what this is. And it is a Fastboot mode. I can see it right here. It is being cut out a little bit by the rounded corners of this device, but it is this mode. Now, to leave it from here, I believe I will need to either hold just the power button on power button and volume down. We'll see which one turns it off. Looks like it's just the power button. And as you can see, we're now back in Android. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through recovery mode. So before I get started, I do want to quickly mention that you can do this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock that you might have set and don't remember, or maybe your child did. So in any case, to get started, what you would want to do is hold your power button, and from the boot options that show up, select power off. This turns off the device, and when the phone is off, hold power button and volume up at the same time. And when you see this mode, you can let go of both of them. Now, I do want to warn you, sometimes when you let go of both of these buttons, specifically more like power button, and you're in this mode, it might accept the first option by default, which is reboot system now, aka leave the mode. If you see this page just automatically turn off when you let go of the power button, start holding both of these buttons again. So this sometimes happens when you let go of the power button, and I don't know why. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but when it does, just know you need to just start holding them again, and maybe, I don't know, try to let go a little bit earlier. For me, as you can see, it works just fine, so it's not like super precise. Now, in any case, while you're in this mode, you will need to use volume buttons to navigate up and down, and power button will be used to confirm whatever is selected. With that in mind, let's scroll down and select Wipe Data Factory Reset, and then confirm it. And select Factory Data Reset. It's going to tell you that it's formatting data, and then Data Wipe Complete. Now, it also tells me that there's some error recovery not found SD card. I mean, there is no SD card in there, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, we're going to select the first option, which is selected by default, so press power button. This will reboot the device and continue resetting it in the background. Once it's been completed, we should be presented with the setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to reset Nubia Neo 3 5G. Okay, we have two methods how we can perform a reset. I'll show you both methods. Let's begin with the reset through the settings. This method is of course always recommended. So open up the settings, scroll all the way down until you find the system. Now on the bottom we have the reset options, simply tap on that. Of course, in our case we are interested in the last function, factory reset, but in here you can also reset network settings, restore applications, reset Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and reset app preferences. Now, when we want to perform a factory reset, select the last option. Remember that after the factory reset, all of our data will be permanently erased. So, for example, before the reset, we can create a backup of our data, so we will be able to restore it later. If you don't know how to do it, on our channel there's a video when I'm showing everything how to create a backup on this device. If you want, you can watch it. And now, if you click erase all data, your device will be turned off. After a few seconds, it will be automatically turned on, and the next thing that you need to do is to go through the setup process. And that's the first method. When it comes to the second method, which is a reset using the recovery mode, this method is recommended, for example, when our device is unresponsive, when it's lagged, basically when we cannot do anything and when we cannot perform the first method that I have just shown you. To perform a reset through the recovery mode, we need to power off our device first, so simply hold power button for 1 second and then click on power off. Okay, just like that. Now let's wait like 3 seconds. And to launch the recovery mode, we need to use 2-button combination. We need to hold power button and volume up button at the same time until the recovery mode launches. So start holding both buttons. Simply hold them. Okay, and now we are in the Android recovery mode. To move around this menu, we use the volume keys. And now we need to select wipe data / factory reset. But be aware that if you are resetting your device through the recovery mode, there is a chance that during the setup process, which will also launch, the phone will want you to verify yourself, or by typing the lock screen, or by logging into the Google account that you were logged into before the reset, as a confirmation that you are actually a user of this device and not some kind of a thief. So remember about it. Now select wipe data / factory reset, confirm by clicking power button, select factory data reset, click power button. Okay, now select reboot system now, click power button, and now we just need to simply wait until the setup process appears on the screen. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to enable the night light or a comfort mode. So we will begin with the customization of this mode, and after that I'll show you much faster access to it. So let's start by opening the settings. Whoa, sorry. Here in the settings, go to the display. And as you can see here, we've got something called eye comfort. So let's tap on it. Now let's tap on the switcher at the top to turn it on. And you can see, I hope at least, that the screen turns a little bit yellowish or amber. It is basically in order to filter the blue light. What's more, it will be much easier for you to look at the screen at the dim light. So if you're a night owl, then I highly recommend to use this mode. You can of course customize it. Here we've got the intensity of this filter. So at the top we've got the intensity. By going to the left, you can make it cooler, almost invisible, and by going to the right, warmer, it's almost orangish now. Under it, we've got the white point, so we can reduce the intensity of bright colors. We can set it on high or on low, and basically it looks like the contrast itself, something like that, or changing the brightness of the screen, something like that. It's completely up to you how you wish to set it. You can also set a schedule for this eye comfort mode. Here you've got the option turn on automatically. Just by tapping on the switcher, you can open more options, as you can see. You can turn it on at custom time, so you can freely choose the start and the end time according to your liking. Completely up to you. Something like that. Or you can set it from sunset to sunrise, and here your device will automatically decide when the sunsets and sunrises are. It is location based. As you can see, we've got the information that the location is required. Alright, so this is the whole customization of this mode, and if you wish to have much faster access to it, you have to simply unroll the top bar. Let's unroll it fully to open all of those toggles here, and that's why I wanted to begin with the customization, because thanks to it, our device will automatically add the eye comfort toggle here. We can obviously start with checking the toggles, however, most likely the eye comfort mode won't be here. But that's still okay, you can do it manually. Just tap on this edit icon here, so the pencil icon, and as you can see, we've got an additional section with the with additional toggles, tiles. So just find the eye comfort here, tap on it and hold it, and then drag it to this first section to apply it. However, that's, as I said, that's why I wanted to start with the customization, because thanks to it, our device will do it automatically on its own. So to turn on the eye comfort, simply tap on the switcher on it, maybe not switcher, tap on this option, and it will be applied, and tap on it again to turn it off. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to add a face unlock onto your Nubia Neo 3. Let's begin! First, we want to head into our settings. Then, let's scroll down a little and enter security and privacy. Now, let's scroll one more time and go into device unlock. Then, we can head into fingerprint and face unlock. But before we do anything, we first need to input our current lock screen password. For me, it's this very simple PIN, and I will hit continue. And now we can go into face unlock. As you can see, this step is needed, and I've never really done that, so we have a big wall of text. If you want to, you can pause the video and read it yourself, but it's nothing really that interesting. Let's go into done. And now we have create my face. You want to find a spot that is not too bright or too dim. This is very important, and you want to put our face in the screen. So I will now pick up the phone, and I will do it like this, and I will go into create now. And as you can see, we want to put our face in the screen in order to start, and for better results, we want to keep our device screen about 20 to 50 decimeters from our face. So as you can see, didn't really find my face. So I will move the screen slightly closer, and I will go back, I will exit it, and I will try to go one more time. So let's create now. And now I have my face here, and notice that it still doesn't really doing anything, maybe because my face is too bright, or because I have hair. If you have long hair and, it doesn't really work that well, because as you can see, my hair is pretty big. I can try to tie it up, or I can do something like this. So I'm going to retry. And now my face should be now visible. And yet it's not working. And this is mostly because of the poor lighting conditions. And this is also very important. So I will go and make it a little bit lighter. But now I have kind of ruined the lighting. However, now, as you can see, it already worked. So the nice lighting, I will remove the light now. The nice lighting is very, very important, because otherwise I just won't be able to enroll your face. And we have some security settings, but basically this is nothing really interesting. There is no things to actually help with the face recognition. The only thing I could recommend is the screen brightness compensation. So if you are in a low light condition and you want to use face unroll, your screen brightness will just go up only for a moment, so we can use your face to unlock it. And we have the unlock device, and we can swipe up to unlock when recognized, or we can just unlock directly, which will take us into the home screen. But that's literally it. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to add the fingerprint to this device. Alright, so let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find security and privacy. Then let's go to device unlock and tap on fingerprint and face unlock. Basically here in this step, if you've got the screen lock, you just have to enter to confirm the whole step and you will be transferred to the fingerprint. If you do not have the screen lock, you will have to add it right now. So your device won't allow you to add the fingerprint without it. Basically it is because for security reasons, if for some reason the fingerprint sensor won't work, then you will still be able to unlock your device with the pattern, PIN or password. So just add it and then you will be transferred to the fingerprint. So let me just enter my pattern and then tap on fingerprint. Here we've got the information about it. Of course, you can read it, and then tap on register. So here we've got the information. What we have to do, we have to put our finger on the sensor, which is located on the power button, which is right here, so you won't miss it. Just tap on start and roll, and now we have to put our finger on the sensor, and now do it multiple times in order to add our fingerprint fully. Try to catch every part of it for better recognition, and this is the most stubborn fingerprint sensor because for sure it is not dirty. I've cleaned it just a second before, and I also cleaned my finger, and it still shows me the information that everything is dirty. Okay, Whoa, finally, we've just entered another step. So now we have to record the edge of our fingerprint. So not the central part, but those sides. So let me just add the sides for better recognition. Finally, we added the fingerprint. So confirm it with tapping on OK. And here we've got our fingerprint manager. So this is the fingerprint we just added. We can rename it or remove it just by tapping on it. It's up to you. You can add another fingerprint. And as you can see, you can add up to 5 different fingerprints. Here you can also decide what kind of functions the fingerprint will serve. So you can unlock the device. Here we've got the unlocking method also. So you can touch power button while screen is off or press power button while screen is off. And to be honest, I mean, this one is a little bit more comfortable to use, but obviously it's completely up to you whether you prefer the first or the second one. You can also access and control apps, access private space and simple touch. So what is that? Oh, so you can open the app with your fingerprint and you can assign, you can assign specific fingerprint for the specific app, which is quite nice option. All right, so what we have to do right now, obviously, lock the device and check if it is working. So let me put my finger on the sensor. And as you can see, the device is unlocked, which means that we just successfully added the fingerprint to it. All right, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I'll show you how you can boot this device into Fastboot mode. So, to get started, you will want to hold your power button, and from the boot options that will show up, select power off. Now when the device turns off, hold power button and the volume up at the same time. And when you see the recovery mode, which is about now, you can let go of both of them. Now just know that sometimes when you're letting go of these buttons, specifically power button, when you're in this mode, it will accept the first option, which is reboot system now by default. And that means that the device automatically reboots and tries to go back to the normal Android. So if you see by letting go of the power button that the screen automatically disappears, start holding these 2 buttons right away again. And just try that again. Now, you did nothing wrong. This is just sometimes how this kind of works. And I don't know why sometimes letting go of the power button when you're in this mode reboots the device. Sometimes it doesn't, but just know it might happen to you occasionally. Now in here, using volume buttons to navigate, specifically volume down, we want to select either reboot to bootloader or enter Fastboot mode. Both of them are actually just Fastboot mode. The only difference is this one will be, I believe, a dedicated Fastboot mode. So let's confirm it with the power button when it's selected. So there we go, you can see it's labeled Fastboot mode, while the bootloader, Fastboot mode, if I confirm this one, it'll take me to a different one. Now, before I do so, let's just quickly talk about a couple options here. So we have reboot system now, which takes us back to Android. Enter recovery, which is the previous page. Reboot to bootloader, Fastboot mode, and power off. So anyway, just to showcase this. Now, I know for a fact that this is gonna, there we go, cut out a little bit, but it's visible right here at the very top. You can see it's kind of just cutting out Fastboot. But you can see S and T, and then boot. So this is the Fastboot mode that doesn't have any options and, well, looks kind of like this. Now to leave this one though, we're gonna do this a little bit differently. We're just gonna hold power button till the phone turns off. And it does take it like, I don't know, 7 to 10 seconds, something like that. There we go. So when the screen turns off, you can let go of the power button and the device will automatically boot back up on its own. And as you can see, we're now back in Android. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I'll show you how you can boot this device into Fastboot mode. So, to get started, you will want to hold your power button, and from the boot options that will show up, select power off. Now when the device turns off, hold power button and volume up at the same time. And when you see the recovery mode, which is about now, you can let go of both of them. Now just know that sometimes when you're letting go of these buttons, specifically power button, when you're in this mode, it will accept the first option, which is reboot system now by default. And that means that the device automatically reboots and tries to go back to the normal Android. So if you see by letting go of the power button that the screen automatically disappears, start holding these two buttons right away again. And just try that again. Now, you did nothing wrong. This is just sometimes how this kind of works. And I don't know why sometimes letting go of the power button when you're in this mode reboots the device, sometimes it doesn't, but just know it might happen to you occasionally. Now in here, using volume buttons to navigate, specifically volume down, we want to select either reboot to bootloader or enter fastboot mode. Both of them are actually just fastboot mode. The only difference is this one will be, I believe, a dedicated fastboot mode. So let's confirm it with the power button when it's selected. So there we go, you can see it's labeled fastboot mode, while the bootloader, fastboot mode, if I confirm this one, it'll take me to a different one. Now, before I do so, let's just quickly talk about a couple options here. So we have reboot system now, which takes us back to Android. Enter recovery, which is the previous page. Reboot to bootloader, fastboot mode, and power off. So anyway, just to showcase this. Now, I know for a fact that this is gonna, there we go, cut out a little bit, but it's visible right here at the very top. You can see it's kind of just cutting out fast boot. But you can see S and T, and then boot. So this is the fastboot mode that doesn't have any options and, well, looks kind of like this. Now to leave this one though, we're gonna do this a little bit differently. We're just gonna hold power button till the phone turns off. And it does take it like, I don't know, 7 to 10 seconds, something like that. There we go. So when the screen turns off, you can let go of the power button and the device will automatically boot back up on its own. And as you can see, we're now back in Android. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how you can copy your contacts from the SIM card to the device. So, to get started, we will open up our standalone contacts application, like this one right here. And next, navigate to Organize. Scroll down, and somewhere here you'll find Manage SIM option. Click on it. This in turn displays all the contacts that are located on the SIM card. Now, for me, they are all grayed out, but by default, they shouldn't be. And you can also see the Save To location right here. So if you have a Google account signed in, it will show up right here, and you'll have a drop-down menu. If you don't have a Google account signed in, you will not have this option visible at all, as the device will import contacts to the only other place that it can, which is the device. Now, I do want to point out something. I am personally against importing contacts to the to Google, as it's just basically you sharing personal information of other people that also wouldn't necessarily be consenting to this. So you're giving away to Google so they can, you know, hoover up all the info, So you're giving them numbers of people, names, sometimes birth dates, addresses, and all kinds of other information that I believe a company shouldn't have, especially not for effing free. So I discourage you from importing contacts to the cloud. I would recommend always the device. So if you're keeping your contacts on your SIM card and then import them to the device, that's good. Obviously, Google won't have access to it as long as you don't allow them to. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because once you select the location that you want to import and choose the contacts that you want to import and click on import, you probably will get... Oh, actually, it didn't show up. Maybe because these contacts already exist, so it knows. But typically what you will get is pop-up to sync your contacts with Google Cloud or something along those lines, or import them. I don't recall what it's exactly showing up with, but you get a pop-up which basically Google is like, whoa, 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 you imported contacts locally to your device. Are you insane? We want this information. Give it to us. And they're going to basically be pestering you. And in certain cases, you also get the absolute insult where it tells you once you import to delete contacts from your SIM card to clear up storage. Oh shit, well, thank you, Google, for deleting a safe copy of contacts that I used to have on my SIM card that literally serves no other purpose than holding the fucking contacts there. But thank you for clearing storage for no effing reason. So obviously if you get this pop-up, go tell it to piss off. And don't import contacts to the Google. Like I said, it's someone else's contact that you're basically giving away to, well, creepy company like Google that is basically just hoovering up all the info so they can do all kinds of random shit with it that you don't even know. So yeah, screw that. But anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I'll show you how you can enable your power saving mode on this device. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down from the top of your screen, and you can swipe down again, which will extend the list of visible toggles. Next, locate the power saving mode. Oops, I just by mistake clicked on something. Let's try that again. There we go. So look for the power saving mode, which looks like it's actually not added by default. So let's do that ourselves. We're going to click right here on this pencil. Swipe down, and I already see ultra power saving mode, so I'm going to add this one, and there's also the power saving mode and a normal one. I'm going to add both of them just so I can showcase each one. Now let's go back, and these toggles should be added to our toggles here. Now we're going to start off with the normal power saving mode, as this is what most people will be interested in anyway. So when you click on it, it should turn on. It looks like it didn't. Or it did, apparently. Okay, so it looks like it's running, though I can't really, okay, I can tell in a refresh rate. So it does change the refresh rate. It's at 60 frames per second now. But other than that, there's almost no visual difference. There's no info right here. There is no dark mode or anything like that. So it seems like a pretty minimal power saving mode. Now, one of the things that power saving mode does that isn't necessarily visible is it disconnects from Wi-Fi and mobile data when the device is not being in use. So that will result in notifications from applications that require internet connection to either not be delivered or being delivered to you in a delay. So either one of those could be the case right here. And if that is happening to you and that's something that matters to you, having notifications delivered to you on time, turn that off. Now going back to the ultra power saving mode, you can click on that. It gives us quick message, enable ultra power saver to bring maximum battery to your phone. And this mode will restrict the number of apps that start automatically and restrict the background activity of apps. With this mode on screen, whatever, we're just going to click on OK and it's going to be visible. So that's basically why I was saying that most people will be interested in the normal power saving mode. It removes wallpapers, gets rid of applications from your home screen, and all it does is prioritizes battery life, which is displayed right here, as this is what's the most important part here. Now to leave this mode, you will have to click right here on this exit, and OK. So there we go. Those are the two different modes. The Ultra Power Saving Mode basically does everything that the normal one does, plus more, as you've seen. So this might not be a mode that you would be interested in most of the time, but sometimes, hey, who knows? Maybe you're stranded on an island and you want your phone to last you, like, I don't know, a week. That could be a good mode. I don't know if it's still gonna last a week, but, you know, it's gonna definitely last longer than you would expect. That's what she said. Anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen, and then in this area right here, swipe down again, which will extend the list of visible toggles, hopefully revealing the screen recording on one of the pages. Now for me it looks like it's on the second page, but if you don't see this toggle anywhere, you can click right here on this pencil and then add it yourself. Next, click on the toggle. There we go. It brings up this overlay right here. So we have record, close, and this is for the sound settings, so we can choose if we're going to be recording mic, system, both, or obviously none. I'm going to keep it as it is, which is just a system sound. And now I'll just click on the... Hello? Oh, I need to click on this again to get rid of it. Okay. So we can click on the circle right there, which begins recording. So whatever you'll do right now, for the most part, it will be recorded. There are certain applications that will not let you record them. Now, once you're done recording, you can just click on the square. You also have the option to pause it temporarily. But once you click on the square, it automatically saves the screen recording to your Photos application, which I'll open right now and not update it. And make sure you navigate to Collections right here. And in Collections, we should have Screenshots album. Now, in here, you can see here's our screen recording, so we can click on it and view it from here. Now, going back to what I was saying, for the most part, you can record everything. There are certain applications, as an example, things like Netflix, Spotify, basically almost every streaming platform that has a subscription will be basically completely ignoring your personal rights and your personal device and doing whatever it wants on your phone, which I completely consider to be a blatant violation. You don't need to agree to any terms of service or use. You don't need to give them any permissions. They will do that on their own. Did I ever give you permission to change any shit on my phone? Because I don't recall. So for piece of shit applications like Netflix, Spotify, and so on, you can use alternatives that you can find by searching Revents. You can thank me later. Screw that shit. I just cannot stand any kind of company doing whatever the hell they want on my phone without even asking for permission. Now, to explain this, this feature is designed for your safety and security. Now, in those applications, do you feel safe and secure that some other company can do things on your own device? Because I sure as shit don't. Now, to give you a good case scenario where this is useful, your bank application, you also can't take screenshots nor record videos in it because it has the same kind of feature in it. But if you consider that there is some kind of malware on your phone that sees when you're putting your password in and into your bank and so on, it could be sent back to the whoever actually load up your phone with malware. But with this kind of feature, this malware, all it would be able to see is black screen. So literally gets nothing. So in this case, it is going to be a safety measure for your bank. For every other one, not so much, like any other application. But anyway, that's about it. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Nubia Neo 3 and let me share with you how to check the total screen time on this device. So let's start with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll down to find digital well-being and parental controls. So here we've got the graph which will show us for how long we've been using this device today. In my case, it's 40 minutes, and most of the time I've spent on the settings than YouTube. We've got also unlocks and notifications count. So basically, to check some further details, we have to tap inside the graph and we will be transferred to the dashboard where we can check the screen time in particular days of the week. Usually, if you will have the data, you will be able to tap on a specific day. We can change the screen time to notifications received and times opened. And under it, we've got the list of apps which we've been using and the exact time we've spent on them in minutes. Moreover, next to those apps, some of them, you can see this hourglass icon. And basically, it means that you can set the limits for the app. It is also right here. In the ways to disconnect, we've got app limits, and here we've got the full list of apps which we can limit. So for example, let's pretend that I'm spending too much time on the camera. Let's find it in the list, we've got it here, and tap on this hourglass icon. And now I can set the app limit. So for example, if I will set it for 0 hours and 30 minutes and confirm it, it will set the timer for 30 minutes, and it means that I can use the camera for 30 minutes a day. The limit will reset at midnight, and tomorrow I'll be able to use the camera for another 30 minutes. However, what is quite interesting, you can set it for 0 hours and 0 minutes, like that, and tap on OK. And it means that your camera will be completely grayed out and inactive. If I will try to open it, I will receive the information that the camera timer ran out, and it will start again tomorrow. But obviously, it will not start because it is set for 0 hours and 0 minutes. So obviously, we can remove the timer. It's easy, but I think it's quite a good way, quite a good idea to try to use it, because thanks to it, you will stop on this notification, you will stop on this information about the timer, and then you will think that, oh, maybe I don't really need to use this app right now. So that's quite a cool option. And I also wanted to show you focus mode. For example, if you're receiving a lot of notifications from social media, let's pretend, and you'd like to focus on different things, like for example, studying, working, spending time with your family, or simply resting at home, you can choose those distracting apps. So for example, YouTube, let's say camera in my case, and assistant. We can set a schedule here. We can choose the start and the end time. We can choose specific days of the week and tap on set. And basically it means that during the scheduled time and during scheduled days, your device will simply hide the notifications from those distracting apps. So you will still receive them, however, they will be hidden, so you won't be distracted. You will be able to focus on different things. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I'll show you how you can enable and set up your portable hotspot. So, to get started, swipe down from the top of your screen, and swipe down again, which will extend the list of visible toggles, and locate the hotspot toggle. For me, it is located on the second page right over here. Now, if you can't find it on your end, it might need that you would need to add it, which you can do so by clicking right here on this pencil. I just missed it. Let's try that again. There we go. And scrolling down, you'll find a bunch of toggles that are turned off. So you can just grab them, drag them here, drop them, and this will add the toggle. So when you go back, it should be now visible in the list. You can see the one that I added is right here. Anyway, once you have your hotspot visible in here, hold it the first time around, and this will quickly take you to the settings. The reason I'm telling you to navigate into the settings is because under the setup Wi-Fi hotspot, you will find a randomly generated password. Now this one isn't randomly generated as it has only numbers. That's not normal. Typically it's a mixture of letters and numbers. Now, I do recommend always removing the password that is randomly generated and setting up your own, which obviously will be a little bit easier to remember. So I'm gonna make mine very simple. Click on OK. Simple, just because it's a hotspot only and my memory is simple as well. So it will need to have at least 8 characters in length, as you can see. If it's below that, it won't let you save the change. Now from there, once you have changed this, you can close this up, find the toggle, and simply tap on it to turn it on whenever you want to use your hotspot. And once you're done using it, you can tap on this toggle once again to turn it off. As one of the things that it does when it's enabled, as you can see, it turns off Wi-Fi. So I'm going to show this right now. You can see it turns it off, and then if I tap on it again to turn it off, oops, there we go, you can see it re-enables my Wi-Fi. So that's one of the downsides. There's not enough antennas, so it can only do either Wi-Fi or hotspot, and if it's either receiving it, then it's not broadcasting it. Now in these settings here, you can also navigate to more settings, and you have the option to have it turn off automatically. It is enabled by default, and it seems to be running for 10 minutes, at which point it's going to automatically turn itself off. Now, I'm pointing that out for 2 reasons. Number one, sometimes this might be a hindrance. So if you open up some kind of website and you view it for more than 10 minutes without navigating to the next page or anything like that, this will obviously trigger the timeout, and it will turn off your hotspot even though you might be still technically using it. So in this case, if you're using your hotspot and all of a sudden it turns off for no reason, change it maybe to 30 minutes. This will hopefully resolve that problem. And the second option is that obviously you can either have it turned off or on. Now, I actually recommend keeping it on, as this does preserve your battery life a little bit better with it being enabled. I personally tend to forget about hotspot, so when you forget about it and this option would be off, it would run indefinitely. And it does consume more phone battery, so it's not the best thing to have running like permanently in the background. So I do recommend keeping that actually on. But anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Nubia Neo 3, and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalization. Alright, so first of all, I'd like to start with the personalization. So let's go to the settings. Here in the settings, we have to scroll all the way down to find this Google section. Tap on all services, and here scroll to find ads. So basically here we've got something which is called advertising ID, and removing it probably will not reduce or limit the amount of the advertisements. However, they will not be personalized. Thanks to it, we are less likely to, to tap on the advertisement and buy something. So first of all, simply tap on Reset Advertising ID, tap on Confirm, and then delete it completely. And thanks to it, you will minimize the personalization of the advertisements. Secondly, what I highly recommend to do is to set private DNS. So let's go to the settings again. Here at the top, we've got the connected devices. Yes, just tap on connected devices, and here we've got something called private DNS. So just tap on it. Set private DNS provider hostname. Tap on this section here and enter dns.adguard.com. Okay, tap on save, and basically your device will right now limit the amount of advertisements. Moreover, if you've got the app which is showing you a lot of adverts in notifications, for example, let it be Play Store. Let's say I have a lot of advertisements from Play Store, which appear here in this, in this upper panel. So what I highly recommend to do is to tap on this app and hold it, and then tap on Info, App Info. Then go to Notifications here, and here try to find something, the category, which could be somehow connected with the advertisements. So for example, payments, deals, and recommendations. It kind of sounds like advertisements, right? So try to find something, or if this app is not really that necessary, you can, or the notifications are not that necessary, you can simply turn them off completely. Just here, just remove the notifications, turn them off. And if you will find the specific category, just tap on the switcher next to it, of course. So this is one of the things which I highly recommend to do, and also, which might be obvious for you, but I highly recommend to download the ad blocker. Just go to the Play Store, tap on search, and here enter something like ad blocker, something like that. And here you will have a lot of apps which are connected with different categories. So for example, you can download the ad block for the browser. You can download the ad block for specific browser, for Chrome. Different one is for Samsung browser, etc., etc., as you can see here. You can also use the content blocker. You can use ad blocker for Android. So overall, and I really, really highly recommend to check those options. And also try to consider replacing the apps which are showing you notifications, the advertisements, with others. And what I mean, for example, let's say your file manager is showing you a lot of advertisements. And what you can do is to simply search for another file manager, right? So just enter file manager here, and trust me, there are a lot of things thanks to which you can replace the older one. So try to find those with higher rating, thanks to which you will get the best option available. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to change DPI settings for Nubia Neo 3. Let's begin! So, there are two main ways of changing DPI settings. First one is the safer option, but much limited, and the other is kind of dangerous, but there are no limitations. So let's start with the easiest one. We want to go into the settings, and then go into display. And right here we have font and display size, and these two settings are used to change the DPI mostly. We can go into fonts and we can lower it down or increase it like this. So it can be smaller or it can be much bigger, and for even extra boldness we can just make it bold or ultra bold. And now we can go into display size, and as you can see we only have three options. We can have the small option, the default option, which is like this medium, and finally the large option. And this is probably the largest amount of display you can have, with the biggest font, the boldest font, and the largest display size. And if you want to make it the smallest, you want to go into small, and then you can go into font, you can make it small and you can make it thin as well. And this is the smallest amount that you can have. So as you can see, the differences are quite big, but yet they are not satisfying enough, at least not for me. So I will go into default settings. So, and now, small, default, thank you. And now I will go into, I will just show you how to have slightly bigger options for changing your display. Though be careful when playing around those, because if you will go with the settings too much, you might end up actually losing your phone. So anyway, we can scroll all the way down and go into About Phone. Now we want to scroll down and you want to locate Build Number. And now all you want to do is just press Build Numbers 7 times. We want to re-enter our current lock screen password. Like this. And congratulations, we are now a developer. In order to enter developer settings, we want to go into System Settings, and then we have Newly Developer Options. Now in here, we are looking for one simple thing, and it's under the category Drawing. So we have Input Drawing here. And we are looking at the smallest width, because this is the setting we are looking for. And as you can see, by default it is set to 360. I believe, if I remember correctly, that the smallest possible amount is 320. Yep, I was right, and you can't really go smaller than that. However, I don't think there is any kind of limitations that towards the infinite side, so let's say that we want to increase it to 600. You can hit OK, and just look what happened. Everything immediately went down and is very, very small now. And the craziest part is that we can just continue doing that. We can once again find our drawing, which I actually lost. Oh, here it is. So we have our smallest width, and you can make it even lower. Also notice that both keyboards, like buttons, everything is just smaller. So I can go into 800 even. Oh, that's okay. And it's even smaller. So as you can see, the limitations here are basically non-existent. However, be careful, because currently, okay, you can still click things, you can still be kind of accurate with your clicks. However, if you keep doing that, and if you keep actually increasing the displays, the smallest width, which means that you will keep making everything smaller and smaller, there might be a point in the, just point of no return. Might be a way that everything will be so small that you will be just physically impossible to return back. So just when you can, I will go back to 360, though I can already have problem with my keyboard, and luckily there are no way that we will have to, I don't know, reset our settings to default in order to fix that. But yeah, just be careful when playing around this and have fun. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia Neo 3, and today I will show you how we can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, you will obviously want to open up your settings application. And in here, scroll down to the very bottom and you'll find System. Click on that, and at the bottom here, you'll find Reset Options. And from here, select just Erase All Data, Factory Reset. Give it a moment, and there we go. It should present us with a list of data that will be removed by this process, which lists here things like Google accounts, though it's not actually going to delete the accounts themselves, it's just going to get rid of them from the phone itself, but they still will continue to exist. But the more important things that it gets rid of will be things like music, photos, and basically all user data. If you have anything here that you'd like to maintain, maybe photos or videos, documents, anything like that, do make a copy of this before you go any further. Now, if given the chance to, let me quickly check, do a backup. Nope, we don't have one here. But if given the chance to do any kind of backup, I always recommend doing it to your computer manually, which basically requires you to plug in your phone with a cable, and then on the computer, navigate to whatever you keep things like your music, photos, videos, stuff like that, and then manually dragging it over to your desktop or somewhere, like some folder. This will basically ensure that your data is, number one, safe, backed up, and available to only you. When doing things like backups to the Google Cloud, as an example, you're basically uploading personal information to someone else's computer, which then they take and use to train AI models. Fantastic. On top of that, they also build their profile on you, meaning they will know better how to advertise garbage to you, which again, I don't like. And lastly, in Europe, we do have, I believe, a law that prohibits companies from keeping just personal data, our data, for more than its, I don't remember how it's labeled, but basically companies can keep it for about, like, I think it was 2 or 3 years, at which point if this data isn't being used, it needs to be deleted. So when creating a backup, you're basically allowing the company to do everything that they want with this data, profit from it. But then when you need it after a specific period of time of 2 or 3 years, maybe, let's just say that just it just happened that, hey, you maybe remember that you have a backup and you want to utilize it. Well, tough shit, that backup is now gone because by law they needed to get rid of it. So moronically, this data isn't probably all gone just because by training the AI models, they retain it, but from your access, it's unavailable anymore. So I always recommend doing backup to your own computer, which gives you full control over this. You know who has access to this, and it's just much safer. And obviously, this data won't be deleted after a specific amount of time. So I recommend that. Now, we're going to select Erase All Data right here after confirming the screen lock, and this, there we go, should begin factory resetting the device. Now this process will take probably about 2 minutes or so to finish up, and once it's completed, we will be presented with the Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. Now I do get a pop-up for the SIM card because there is one in here. So if I take it out, they should disappear. Yep, there we go. So normally you wouldn't see this. And as you can see, the reset is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to restore backup and how to transfer data on Nubia Neo 3 5G. Okay, in the beginning I will tell you that I'm really sorry that it's really dark, all the surrounding, but unfortunately we cannot change the brightness during the setup process, so I had to adjust my camera so you will be able to see the screen. So we have to do it in that way. Okay, as you can see, we're doing the setup process. First, I'll show you how to transfer the data from your previous device into your Nubia, and then I'll show you how to restore the backup from Google One. So let's begin. Select your language and then click on Start. Now we need to connect to the Wi-Fi, so simply select the network that you want to use. Now type password to it and click on Connect. Okay, getting the phone ready. It might take a few minutes, so we need to wait a little. Okay, now when we have possibility to copy apps and data, of course, we need to click on Next. Click on Next once again. Now the phone wants us to connect both devices to each other using the cable, but in my case, I would need to have USB-C to USB-C cable. I don't have that kind of a wire, so we can always click on no cable and we can copy without it simply by using the Wi-Fi. So click on Next. Okay, now on our second device we need to open up the Google app, but first I need to connect to the Wi-Fi because currently I'm not connected, so I'll also type the password. Okay, and now we need to open up the Google app, just like it's showing us right in here. So click on the Google. And now click on Next. Now we need to type in the search bar, set up my device. Okay, select the first option, click on Next. Now it's going to scan for devices. Okay, verify the shapes. If they are the same, click on next. Click on copy. Verify yourself with the screen lock, of course, if you have one. Okay, we need to wait now a little. Okay, and now we can choose what we want to copy. We can copy apps, messages, call history, photos and videos, and also device settings. When it comes to things such as Google Calendar, Contacts, Photos, and Gmail, those things are synced automatically. Okay, in my case, I want to copy everything except the apps, so I'll unselect that. Once we have selected everything, simply click on copy. Okay, and now we need to simply go through the setup process. So now, if you want, you can set your screen lock. I'll skip it because it's always available later in the settings, so don't worry. Now we have the Google services. Simply scroll down and click on accept. Now we have the backup services. They're really useful, so I always highly recommend to turn them on. Then click on turn on backup, but of course everything is up to you. Now we need to select our default browser and search engine. In my case, I always pick Google Chrome as my default browser and Google as my search engine. Okay, now we have the feature to let contacts nearby find and share with us. It's up to you. I'll agree. Okay, now we have a possibility to enable the Hey Google sentence to get access into our assistant. It's up to you. I'll agree. And now click on more and agree. And now we can enable to get access to our assistant without unlocking device. It's up to you. I'll agree. And now, if you want, you can add another email account and also change how the text displays. In my case, I will click on no thanks. Okay, we are nearly finished. We need to wait a little bit. In my case, it's not taking long because I have unselected the apps. So that is why it has finished. We can see it on both devices that copying has been finished. Now simply click on done. And now we need to wait. Scroll down, click on accept. If you want, no, not if you want, you need to click on accept. And now click on next. In here also you can set your screen lock and also face unlock and fingerprint. It's up to you. I'll skip it because I'll do it later. Now select your navigation method, gestures or virtual navigation. When it comes to gestures, if you don't know how to use them, you can always click on the tutorial. Then click on next. Click on get started. Okay, and now we are ready to use our device. That was the first method. Now I'll show you how to restore the backup from Google One. Okay, and now the second method. As you can see, we are also doing the setup process. So click on start. Again, we need to connect to the Wi-Fi, so that's what I'm about to do. Then click on connect. Okay. Now wait a little bit. All right, now click on next. And now this time we need to select that we cannot use other device. Click on OK. Now wait a little bit. And now we have the most important part. We have possibility to sign in into Google account. And now we need to sign in into the same Google account that we have on which we made the backup before. Because if you will be logged in into wrong account, you won't have possibility to restore your backup. So now I'm about to log in. First type your mail, and now we need to type the password. It should appear at any second. All right. Then click on next. Click on next once again. Click on agree. Okay, and now we can select a backup that we want to restore. So in my case, I want to restore that one. Okay, and now when it comes to Google Photos, Gmail, Calendar, and Drive, those things are synced automatically. And down below we have a list of things that we can restore. In my case, I want everything except apps. So I will unselect that. If you have selected everything, now you can click on Restore button. Okay, and now just like in the previous method, we need to go simply through the setup process. So you can select your pin right now. I'll skip it, it's always available later. When it comes to Google services, scroll down and click on accept. Now we have the backup services. I always keep them enabled because they are really useful. I also highly recommend you to do the same. Click on turn on backup. Now click on next. We need to select default browser and search engine. I always pick Google Chrome and Google as my search engine. Okay, now we can enable to let contacts nearby find and share with us. It's up to you, I'll agree. Now we can enable to launch the Google Assistant by simply saying, hey Google. It is up to you, I'll agree. Now we can enable the voice match. It's also up to you, I'll agree. We can enable to get access into our assistant without unlocking the device. Also, again, it's up to you, I'll agree. We can also add another email account right now and also change how the text displays. It's also, of course, available later in the settings. You can also read about it right in here. So I'll click on no thanks. Alright, and now scroll down, click on accept when it comes to privacy policy. Same thing with the parent controls, also accept. Click on next. You can select and set password, fingerprint and face ID right now. It's up to you. Remember that it's also available later. So in my case, I'll skip it. Select navigation method, gestures or virtual navigation. You will simply have buttons if you select that. And when it comes to gestures, if you don't know how to use them, you can always click on gesture tutorial. Remember that everything is also available later to change in the settings. I'll stick to the gestures in my case. Now click on get started. Okay, and now we are ready to use our device. Also, there is a chance that something might still be installed from the Play Store as you open up the bar. So simply don't disconnect from the Wi-Fi yet and wait until everything gets downloaded. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.